fans, Portland High School basketball high atop the Liberty Creek High School Portland High School Gymnasium, where your Lady Panthers will take on Springfield High School Lady Yellow Jackets. It's Hall of Fame night. Kyle Eden, John Thayer, Miguel Amadeus, thank you for supporting Panther basketball. Lady Panthers took a loss this past Tuesday night in their first district game of the season, losing to Liberty Creek by a score of 66-46. Pretty good first half for the Portland team. Actually held the lead late in the first quarter, only down by 4 points. I think 31-27 at halftime.
Right. Yeah, it was interesting early on. We fought. We were right in there, but it just like one team flipped the switch at halftime, and it kind of went south really quick.
Liberty Creek quickly scored 5 points in that first minute of the second half. Gorchek Mood tried to help the team keep pace, but the Lady Wolves just kind of left us, outscoring Portland 35-19 in that second half. Gorchek Mood, leading scorer for the Panthers, 18 points, 4 rebounds. She had 3 blocks. Kieva Bradley came out with a double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds. And Nylock Paul had 13 points. Kind of, to me, we got out-rebounded pretty bad, especially on the Liberty Creek's offensive side of the board. And Liberty Creek just seemed like they were quicker, they were more agile, they wanted the ball more. You couldn't do anything without someone being right in your face. You couldn't inbounds the basketball. You couldn't, if you got a rebound, you had to make sure you secured it. They were all over the place. It was almost like we were playing 5 against 7.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, too, is they're 7 senior deep team, and that makes a big difference. We've got 2 seniors that start, right? A sophomore, a freshman, and a junior. So we're young, especially in the backcourt. True. And you know what? It's like when you do NCAA tournaments and we get into the tournament, they always talk about guards. Who's got senior guards? So our guards are still learning. I'm not putting the blame on the game on them because, like you said earlier, we didn't do a really good job of rebounding, and that's not all on them. That's on some of our other girls, which historically, even though this group of girls are really good, that has always been kind of one of their weaknesses, is they've grown up, I think, relying on their length instead of fundamentally blocking out. Now, I know they get coached to do it, but then when they get in the game, it's like their brain goes foggy and they try to reach, and they're not always, a kid who can block out really well can be 3 or 4 inches shorter and still going to get rebounds. And what good teams do is they block everybody out and they pull a guard down to get a rebound, because there's the other team shooting, so so they're neutralizing your height out. So we've got to work on that on our side where we don't get blocked out so easy, and we block out better because we just really don't do a good job. Bradley does a good job, and you brought her name up the other day when I couldn't remember her name, Mia Humphreys. Yeah. I think 2 years ago. Well, remember she started about halfway through when she was a junior, where we were really struggling with our length, but we wasn't blocking out. And as Coach Stein, he started giving her minutes. That's what she gave us. In the paint, nobody was rebounding freely on us as much as they were. And then Bradley last year stepped up, plus Maya was a senior. So we had 2 girls in there that were basically blocking out in the paint consistently. And that was one of the reasons we had such a good season. You can blame it all you want on a great point guard. Yes, we had a great point guard. You can blame it on the length that we had. Yes, we had great length. But the bottom line is those 2 girls, they got down and dirty in the paint and kept a lot of second chance points from happening. And that's what wins and loses girls' games.
Lady Panthers' record now evened up again at 10-10. More importantly, they are 0-1 in the district, losing that district opener. But a chance to get back on track tonight after the break. A new district foe visits PHS Arena. This is Lady Panther basketball.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Another new team invading our district this year as Springfield drops down to District 9 AAA after reclassification last year. They come into tonight's game with a record of 14-4. 1-0 in the district after defeating Greenbrier Tuesday night by a score of 77-46. They also have a win over White House Heritage, 2 wins over Gallatin, and scored 100 points against Glencliff earlier in the season. Led by first-year head coach Rodney Davis, longtime assistant coach for Clarksville Schools, West Creek, and Rossview, this could turn into a track meet as both teams like to force turnovers and play fast at times. That being said, John, you get to a fast-paced game, you do got to worry about the turnovers.
Yeah, you definitely do. But I still think the blocking out is key. I think we can take care of all that. You know, like I said, we got a young front court. It's good to have a team that puts a little pressure and run on them. I don't think running hurts us. I think we can outrun most teams there are. So we'll just see. The blocking out to me is key, and just our young guard play.
We'll take a pause when we come back. National Anthem starting lineups. You're listening to Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Starting lineups for both teams tonight, starting out with the Springfield Lady Yellow Jackets, again coming in with a record of 13-4, 1-0 in their district. They're coached by Rodney Davis in his first season, and they'll have in their starting lineup, in case you're watching from home from the NFHS network, number 0, Shamaria Pope, number 1, Zay Farmer, number 3, Aaliyah Terry, 22, Talia Patterson, and 44, Kyler Wilson. And for your Portland Lady Panthers, 10-10, 0-1 in the district, coached by Scott Steinbrecher. They'll have 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore in tonight's starting lineup, as we'll start off with the sophomore, number 12, guard Addie McKelvey, coming in tonight, averaging 4.6 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, leads the team in free throw percentage, shooting 83% from the free throw line. Junior Gorchek Moot, number 24 at forward, leads the team in scoring, 14.4 points per game. She's also shooting 69% from the free throw line, 4.5 rebounds. 3 seniors starting off with guard number 0, Story Russell, 2.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, and she leads the team in 3-point percentage. Nylock Hall, the senior, 11.7 points per game, 4.7 rebounds. And senior center Kieva Bradley, number 31, 9.5 points per game, and leads the team in rebounds at 5.8. We'll now head over to Michael Carter, a public address announcer for the National Anthem.
Have left a lasting legacy on Portland athletics. The ceremony will take place between the boys and girls game tonight. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now it's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the Springfield Yellow Jackets. 00, Shamaria Pope. Number 1, Zay Farmer. Number 3, Aaliyah Terry. Number 22, Talia Patterson. And number 44.
And John, as they're going over the
Wilson.
starting lineups, you heard Michael Carter, the public address announcer, mention again that it was Hall of Fame night, as we've got 4 new inductees into the Portland High School Athletics Hall of Fame. And we're going to be lucky enough to have a couple of those with us tonight, as Coach John Ferguson will be with us at halftime of the girls' game. And then your buddy Danny Thompson will be here for halftime of the boys' game. The 2 other inductees were Elias Groff, Mr. Soccer Superstar, and then Bubba Douglas also joins in tonight's festivities. John, a little worried. Well, not worried, but I think tonight's game against Springfield will kind of be a key matchup as far as the regular season standings go. We know what Liberty Creek has got. We haven't seen Station Camp play in person, but we know that they're going to be a stout opponent too, as
They're
they
going to be well
always
coached
are
for sure.
every year. White House is going through White House and both White House and Greenbrier, I guess you could say, kind of going through a rebuilding. They lost players. Now they're having to kind of start over again. Greenbrier has a new coach that they're going through, so you've got them. And you got Springfield and Portland kind of in the middle. This could be a key matchup. The home and home game against this team could decide whether we battle for that number 1 position in the district, or we fall behind and we end up having to possibly play a play-in game in the opening round of the district tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be big. I mean, I think, like I said last week, I mean, you want to win these ball games for sure. You want to win enough to stay out of the play-in game, but I'm not going to put all my marbles in a basket and be disappointed if we don't win.
Right.
Because, like I said, our front court is just brutally young, and it's going to take them almost the whole season to become the year older, so to speak. So it's, one thing you want to do is you definitely want to win, but you just don't want to put so many marbles in the bucket that if you don't win, you're disappointed.
That's a good point. As both teams come out around the center circle, it will be Gorchek Moot going up against Aaliyah Terry.
So we got the Portland Sun here tonight and Prep 615.
Tip up in the air. Tipped away by Springfield, but possession gained by the Panthers, and they'll be going left to right wearing their home whites, purple trim, purple jersey. A quick backdoor cut pass from Bradley to Moot. Layup right off the bat. I love that set play off the tip-off for the Panthers.
Yeah, you would think teams would watch film and know that's one of our favorite plays.
Springfield wearing black jerseys, gold trim, gold numbering, lob down low, turnaround shot is good for Terry. And quickly into the front court, Moot with the basketball. Over to McKelvey. And they're going to call traveling on the Panthers.
Yeah, I really didn't see a travel. The dribble wasn't real pretty. Okay, he called carrying the ball. That's going to be interesting. He's going to be blowing the whistle a lot tonight if he's going to call that.
Lady Panthers in that man-to-man defense as Bradley is guarding Kyler Wilson, the center, up in the elbow area. Pope Farmer with the basketball now for Springfield. Lobs it down low to Wilson, and turnaround is good. We're fronting that low post, and they're lobbing it over us. 2 easy buckets for Springfield.
Yeah, very easy buckets.
Russell initiates the offense for the Panthers. Paul with the basketball going up against Farmer, and she'll hand off to Moot. Moot makes her way down the lane, but she'll dish it off to Russell for a 3 from the corner. It's off the mark, picked up by Springfield. Patterson makes her way into the lane. Sidestep McKelvey on the defensive end and makes the layup. What a shot.
Yeah, that was a pretty move there for sure.
6-2, Springfield leads early on. As Russell's looking for an open teammate, McKelvey comes to help her out. And now a reach-in foul on Springfield. As Patterson Got a little too aggressive going after McKelvey.
Foul call number 22, Patterson. That'll be her first.
First game foul, first team foul, first personal foul for Patterson. As McKelvey will inbounds to the backcourt. Russell being guarded by Wilson. A little mismatch here. Kind of got to find where Pope and Moot and Bradley are. McKelvey with the basketball. Bradley takes it down low, turns around, makes the shot.
That was a nice job by Kieva. She grabbed the ball and went really quick to the hole.
Panthers cut it to 2, and now a double dribble on the Yellow Jackets will give it right back to the Lady Panthers.
I love it. I like to be fundamentally sound. When basketball got so sloppy, I'm just not even sure, but it aggravates me to death. I would spread the floor here and see if we could take her down.
Russell lobs it to Bradley.
That was a foul.
Gets tipped from behind. No foul called.
She's wide open.
Russell gets it back over to Moot. Moot's going to make a drive into the lane and gets fouled. Aggressive move by Gorchek Moot will send her to the free throw line for 2. 69%.
Russell's got to work a little bit harder on keeping her head up on her dribble, because when she got trapped for a second, we were wide open under the go.
Back of the rim miss for Moot on the first one. Bella Phillip will come into the game for Springfield. Patterson will take a seat. Moot makes the second one. 1 point lead for Springfield. 5:19 to go here in the first. Pope over to Farmer. Tries to get around McKelvey. She does and gets the layup. Very quick point guard. Zay Farmer. Russell picks up her dribble in the backcourt, throws it up ahead to McKelvey, lobs it to, that time they call the tip from behind on Springfield.
Yeah, that's not really a good place to pick your dribble up when they're throwing a little coke and pressed on you.
That's the first foul on Wilson, but that's the third team foul with under 5 minutes to go here in the first as Bradley gets the ball, tries to go into the lane, loses it, picked up by Springfield. Turnover, Moot gets it back, in the lane layup. Gorchek Moot aware of the situation. Now Gorchek has 5 of the Lady Panthers' 7 points.
The illegal screen they didn't call.
Springfield up by 1, a 3 is short. Springfield unable to save it. And
that's got to be our ball, isn't it?
now there's a discussion.
They call tip.
Tipped, it'll stay with Springfield.
Okay.
Our off-screen retired referee, Miguel Amadeus, says he believes it was a tip. Throwaway on the inbounds by Springfield. So turnover to give it to the Lady Panthers. So a chance to take the lead here in the first quarter.
And speaking of Hall of Famer, across the way is Curtis Marlin.
The Mad Dog himself.
Yes.
Lob way out in front to Moot. She gets behind the defense and she makes a layup. Good pass. And Moot waited until the ball was almost to her before she broke towards the basket. Springfield unaware of what was happening, so the Panthers have the lead at 4:21 to go here in the first. 9-8. A steal by Paul. Paul doesn't have the numbers, so she picks it up, throws it out to Moot in the front. Moot's going to go into the lane, goes in between 2 defenders and lays it up with the right hand. It's Gorchek Moot against Springfield tonight, as she now has 9 points. Panthers lead 11-8. Another steal, this time Paul, no one around her. And she'll get another gimme, and a quick timeout is called by Springfield. Panthers on a run. They're up 13-8. This is Lady Panther basketball.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news.
3:45 remaining in the first quarter. Portland up 13-8. Portland on an 8-0 run. Springfield had to stop the action, get regrouped. Farmer to Pope. Pope guarded by Paul, backs it up, gives it up to Terry. Stolen away again. This time Paul with the basketball, but they will call the double dribble.
What is this guy doing? He's going to be really busy tonight. Wait till the boys' game starts. I'm guarantee you both teams, everybody's going. They start with the behind on the bottom of the ball.
They may have to switch his duties for the boys' game.
They might.
And tell him that you're calling holding and pass interference.
But there's a travel there. If you're going to call it, call it. I'm good with it.
A trap on Farmer. Springfield gets out of it. Bounce pass into the free throw line. Turn around Davini into the game for Springfield, and a 3-second violation. As Madison Mays in the lineup now. Paul will take a seat.
It's almost like the ref over here buys his cards in Springfield. The guy on this side's from Portland, so they're kind of counteracting each other on their crazy calls.
Springfield taking the full court man-to-man pressure.
I can't go backwards.
Panthers have trouble. Timeout is called by Coach Stein. As he could tell, they were running out of time there in the backcourt. And we'll keep it here. So Panthers are up 13-8, 3:06 to go. The last time these two teams played was back on December the 6th of 2022. And that was a Lady Panther win, 36-33. Taya Totten, the sophomore at that time, 16 points, 6 steals in that game.
Pretty impressive.
Throwback from the past.
Yes, for sure. Our point guards, I totally get the deal about passing to get over, but there's time as a point guard, you got to put the ball on the floor and head north and south. You can't and you sure can't go back. I mean, one pass may be back in a tight press, but you got to go quick. You can't go back and dribble back. You have to pass back and then pass forward quickly.
Bradley will take the inbounds. She throws it up to the front court to Mays. McKelvey into volleyball line area. Back to Mays.
Come get the ball.
And they'll call traveling. She went to pass over to McKelvey, and Springfield jumped on the pass. She tried to hold it back, dragged her foot.
Number 23, Nylock Paul checking in for Portland.
Nylock Paul will come back in. Russell will take a breather. Farmer gives it up to Pope, and a walk is called on Springfield.
They need to keep a running clock because this game's not going to get over to 10 o'clock tonight if they keep calling all that stuff.
Panthers in the backcourt stacking it up. Bradley breaks out, takes the entry pass. And she'll take it to the front court herself. Gets around her defender, goes down the lane, takes a shot, gets fouled, and it's good.
Oh.
No, they're going to call traveling. What a move by Kieva. A spin move at the three-point line, went down the lane, sidestepped the defender, scooped the shot in, but they said, no, you traveled.
I don't know. That was a nice play.
Wow, it was.
29 out of 30 games, that's going to be legal.
Yeah. Felipe with the basketball. Terry loses it, gets it back, gives it over to Farmer. Farmer gets met by Paul, and they're going to call a push against a Nylock. That's the first team foul on the Panthers. And actually, they're going to call that against McKelvey. 2:11 to go. Lady Panthers lead 13-8. Lob out on front from the baseline out of bounds play for Springfield. Tipped away on the pass, picked up by Moot. And Moot's going to go all the way again. Gets
that wasn't
bumped.
a foul.
Misses the shot, picked up by Springfield. Farmer tries to go baseline around Bradley. Can't happen. She's going to have to start the offense over again. Gets it out front to Terry. Terry takes his shot from the free throw line. A little short. Bradley with the rebound. As Story Russell comes up to the scorers table along with Bailey Sharklet. They'll come in on the next stoppage in gameplay. Mays with the basketball.
Nice.
Moot over to Paul, layup. Moot drives down the lane, dishes it off to Paul. And Paul gets the layup. 1:16 remaining here in the first. The score is now 15-8. That was a long scoring drought for a while there.
Well, they were calling walks and travels and palming and everything else.
Farmer tries to take it down the lane, but she gets pushed on the way. They'll call the foul on Mays.
Foul number 2, Madison Davies.
That's her first one of the night. That's the second team foul now for the Panthers with a little over a minute to go. And in comes Russell and Sharklet. Bradley and McKelvey will take a seat.
Ball.
Oh, they tried to lob it in there. There was no one looking, but picked up by Springfield. Farmer goes into the lane. That ball bounced before anybody got to it.
That was just bad teamwork. Nobody said anything. The ball was just floating there.
Sharklet back over to Russell. Quick pass to Paul. She'll throw it out to Moot. Moot takes a three. Front of the rim, no good. Felipe takes it into the front court. Gives it off to Pope. Back over to the near side. Farmer trying to get it down low. Sharklet doing a good job of defense on the center, Wilson. Back out on front to Farmer.
Oh.
Pope gets her shot blocked by Paul. Madison picks it up, goes up ahead to Moot, misses the layup. And Moot is disgruntled. Got to get back on defense. Springfield had numbers for a second, and they do it there as 3 Panthers were trying to stop Pope going down the lane, and that left Wilson wide open for the layup. Now it's 15-12. Buzzer sounds at the end of 1. Portland 15, Springfield 12. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Lady Panthers lead Springfield. Just leave me alone.
I didn't say a word.
You just looked at me.
I know. I know not to mess with you because you're like prima donna-ish when you're announcing a game. So just I don't want to get you out of sync because you do such a great job.
Start of the second quarter, it'll be McKelvey, Bradley, Russell, Sharklet, and Paul. We both, John and I, have Gorchek Moot with 9 points in that first quarter. Scorers table has Gorchek with 7, and they've got Paul with 6. Well, we've got Paul with 4. So we'll see if they'll keep that like it is. We'll just change ours. Down low, Springfield to Wilson, and she makes a shot over Sharklet. Springfield has cut it to 1, 15-14. Springfield picks up at the center line. McKelvey to Paul, back to McKelvey. Russell to the near slot area. 2 guards out on front. Paul goes baseline, tries to slide it over to Bradley. Too many hands in the way, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Portland. The home section is filling up nicely for Hall of Fame night. Substitution as Moot will come in for Sharklet.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm a big team person, but Moot's worth the price of admission. She's really offensively. She may be one of the best scorers I've ever seen up here.
There she goes with the 3. Doesn't get that one. Offensive rebound for Paul. Tries to get it up and under. Doesn't go in.
It was a pass.
Farmer met by McKelvey. Back out in front to Pope. Pope's looking for a screen, gets one, and then turns around and goes opposite, takes a floater off the mark, tipped up in the air, picked up by Springfield. Tries to throw it back out front, but Russell says, I've got it. So the Panthers with a 1-point lead. Here with a minute and a half gone in the second, looking to extend that. Moot takes the three, goes baseline, shoots from the other side. Offensive rebound, Bradley. Tipped out of her hands. She picks it back up, goes back in. I like aggressive Kieva Bradley tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, if Moot's shot would have went in right there, I'd have fell out of the bleachers. It was.
We'd have had to send everyone home and put her on Hall of Fame night.
Yeah, that would have. It only had a couple feet of going in. It was a pretty sweet move, though.
Out of bounds off Springfield, so Lady Panthers will get the basketball again.
They talk about her soccer. You know what? She spent some time in the gym, too. You don't just out of nowhere come up with those shots. You have to work them.
3 passes, and they're into the front court. Over to Bradley at the free throw line. Russell takes a 3. No good. Pope pushes it forward. Gets into the lane. Shoots a shot. No good. Russell gets the rebound. Picks up her dribble in the backcourt. Over to McKelvey.
Throw it backwards again, though.
Stein wants to hurry up. Hurry up and throw it. Do they get it in time? No. 10-second violation. Stein said, that's okay. That's okay.
He's
Play
so
defense.
patient.
John, they still got Moot with 7 and Paul with 6, so we're going to have to.
I'm not changing it until Curtis Marlin tells me it's different. I'm going to text him and ask him.
Farmer lobs it to the near court. Shot on the way. No good. Russell with the rebound.
Woof.
Bradley into the front court. Paul, she's going to go baseline. Stop short. Takes a 10-footer off the mark. Ball is chased down by Springfield. Farmer up ahead, and she'll curl around and dish it off. Up in front now. Pope with a 3. Doesn't go in. McKelvey chases the rebound down. I'm tired, John. Just watching. Paul up ahead to Moot. She loses the basketball. Out of bounds. She says, my fault. 17-14, Lady Panthers lead. 4:41 to go. District battle. Very important for the Lady Panthers, as you don't want to go down 0-2 in the district and have to fight out of that hole for the rest of the season. Pope with another 3. Step back this time is short. Offensive rebound, though, goes up for Terry, and she gets fouled on the shot.
That was a late whistle.
That'll go against Story Russell.
Story Russell, that'll be her first and the first team foul.
That's her first foul. That's the first foul in the second quarter going against the Portland Panthers. Reminder, we'll have Coach John Ferguson with us at halftime of this girls' game. One of the new Hall of Fame inductees. It's being recognized tonight. Free throw on the way is good by Leah Terry. And Wilson will take a seat for Coach Davis. In comes Caitlin Devaney. And also into the game is Ella Shoulders. As Bella Felipe will take a breather. Terry, free throw is good. They cut it back to 1, 17-16. Mays will come into the game for Russell. As Springfield sets up the full court pressure. Mays jumps to the ball, gets the inbounds, gets it over to McKelvey. Good pass to the center line to Bradley. Bradley gets across the line. Over to Moot. Moot goes baseline, tries to flip it out to Paul. It gets tipped by Springfield. They're unable to save it.
Yeah,
now, they'll say it was out on Portland.
I think it was. I think we got a hand in there and knocked it out. We just need to change up that little baseline thing. They figured that one out.
Pope gets around Paul. Over to Farmer. Farmer doesn't take the three. Tries to lob it down low. Gets tipped away by Mays. Picked up by Springfield. Ball is in the air. Pope gets it. Tries to go down the lane. Reach-in foul. Oh, go against number 2-4. And that's Gorchek's first foul of the night. Second team foul. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Lob after the three. No good. Kelvy reaches down to get the rebound. Throws it up ahead to Bradley. Bradley gets it over to Moot. Moot goes baseline again. And she gets bumped on the way to the basket. That foul will be before the shot.
That last rebound was exactly what we were talking about, where Bradley just stayed engaged. She didn't get the rebound, but the girl who was closest to it wasn't going to get it either.
Quick pass into the lane off the inbounds for Portland, but they'll throw it back out to Paul. She'll take a three from the far slot area off the mark.
Yeah, we don't want to get those fouls right there.
They'll call Paul with the foul on the reach-in after the rebound. She says she didn't do it.
That's just one of those deals you don't need to reach in. Just try to hold them up. Try to get a 10-second count. Try to get a deflection. You don't need to reach.
Lady Panthers with a 1-point lead. That was the third team foul. Springfield, baseline. Out in front to Farmer. Farmer takes a three. No good. Offensive rebound. Foul on the putback against Paul. And that'll send Shoulders to the free throw line. So 2 quick fouls on Nylock Paul here in the second quarter.
Foul number 31, Kieva Bradley, her first and the fourth team foul.
Okay, so we lucked up. They gave it on Bradley. Could have went either way.
That's the first foul on Bradley. Springfield has outscored Portland 4-2 here in this second quarter, already past the halfway mark. A turnover, a steal by Springfield, a floater doesn't go in. Offensive rebound again, and the putback by Terry is good. So a lead by Springfield, 19-17. McKelvey back to Madison. Madison throws it over to Moot. Moot pump fakes into the lane. Takes a shot, goes in. That's what we're missing. Gorchek's first basket of the second quarter. She has anywhere from 9 to 11 for the night. Pope tries to go high-low, knocked out by Lady Panthers. Score is tied, 19-all with 2:31 to go.
Yeah, I think we figured it out, putting Moot on this other side a couple times. They've got the other drive figured out on the left side.
Wilson will come in for Shoulders for Springfield as Springfield's inbounds to the midline. Gets it over to Davini. Davini throws it to no one in particular. Referees converse. Yes, it'll go to the Lady Panthers.
That's our favorite Springfield player.
Bradley takes the inbounds from the
Not the girl, the no one in particular.
Gotcha. Moot goes baseline, sidesteps, gets fouled on the shot. And John, really, they can't stop her.
Well, they can't. She needs to move her points of attack around a little bit. Because when she's on that left side, she's done it like 8 times tonight. And they are getting a little bit better of floating over there. When she came over to the right side a minute ago and did it, they had no clue.
Gorchek makes the first one. Puts the Panthers back up in front, 20-19. Doesn't get the second one. 1-point lead with 2:12 to go. Pope slings it over to the near side. Shot is missed by Springfield. McKelvey,
get out of there.
McKelvey over Wilson gets the rebound. And they'll have to call the reach in on Springfield.
She did good by not slowing it up.
That's what you want to see. Instead of letting them come to you and tie up the basketball, she said, "It's mine, get away from me."
Right.
And they had the only way they could get it was to reach in.
And she'll learn later to swing it and drop step out of there and dribble out.
Mays will take a seat as Russell comes back into the game. And she'll dribble it into the front court over to McKelvey. McKelvey quickly gets it to Moot. Moot goes into the lane, sidestep, shot is up and good.
See, they ain't figured that side out yet. And she had a wide open pass when they do.
Quickly to the other end goes Farmer, but she misses the layup. Bradley up ahead to Paul behind the defense. And she makes the layup.
Number 23, Nyla Paul.
So way to clear the
Transition
rebound.
defense looks to be a weakness for Springfield. Dribble handoff for the Lady Jackets.
We had talked about earlier them running, and we said we really were worried about them running.
Ball is tied up. No, they'll call foul on Lady Panthers. And we'll see if that'll go against Russell or Paul. They'll give that to Paul, and that will be her second.
23, Nyla Paul.
Bonus situation for Springfield now. 5th team foul. I'll put Devaney to the free throw line. Coach Stein giving a few pointers to Russell as we wait for the ball to be given to the shooter. Devaney takes a breath, takes a shot, misses it. Terry comes back into the game. Wilson will go out. Second free throw goes in. 24-20, Lady Panthers lead, a minute 13 to go. Russell to Bradley. Bradley down the lane. She'll take it herself, and she'll make it. She turned around. The parting of the Golden Sea, I guess you could say, with the yellow jet. Oh, never mind.
I got it. It was great. Great analogy.
6-point lead. Turnover picked up by McKelvey. As she catches Bradley, racing to the basket. Bradley stops short of the offensive foul and gets the layup. Great move.
Yeah, it was
by
a
Bradley.
flop. If they would have called it, I would have come unglued. And I don't get excited.
That's 8 points for Bradley on the night. And a foul on the drive to the basket. No, your favorite offensive foul on the screener is called against Springfield. And that'll go against Devaney. So an 8-point lead as the Panthers all of a sudden on a spurt.
The first in Springfield's fourth foul.
In the midst of a 9-1 run. And they have found a way to handle this full court pressure of Springfield. As McKelvey, quick pass to Bradley. No one's around her, but she'll give it up to Paul. Taken away, stolen out of bounds. It'll go towards Springfield.
I was wondering when he first.
I was going to wait and see you down. After conversations again, they decided it will stay with the Lady Panthers. You know, we're on the back side, so I wasn't going to argue with that one.
What I like is Paul and Moot both. They've gotten so talking. They'll talk to the refs. They don't argue, but they'll go, what? Which is maturity.
Paul looks at the scoreboard 6 seconds ago, takes a screen 4 seconds ago, 3, loses the basketball, but Springfield can't do anything with it. It's halftime. Lady Panthers go on a run to end the quarter. They lead Springfield by a score of 28-20. We'll be back with the halftime show. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
halftime where your Lady Panthers lead Springfield by a score of 28-20. And we are joined here at halftime by boys head basketball coach John Ferguson, Hall of Fame inductee John Ferguson. And Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And congratulations on the announcement of being a Hall of Fame inductee for the Portland High School Athletics. How did you find out about it? Who told you? And
well, I sit on the committee, which makes it interesting. But
wait a minute now.
Yeah, I know. But
which makes it hard, is what it does.
It does. But Miss Kim Meadows, she sits on the committee as well, and she was pretty blunt. She said it's time that John goes on there, and that's when I said, "Whoa, I abstained from this vote." But it was pretty unanimous from everyone. So it's it's a huge honor just to be considered, just to be in the conversation with as many, great people, great athletes and coaches that we've had come through Portland in the history. Just to be on the list and in the conversation is huge.
How does it feel now that you're in the same aura as Mad Dog Curtis Marlin?
Oh, hey.
He doesn't have anything on you now.
No, hey, he's still way up there. I've got a long way to go before I catch up with Curtis, that's for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about your playing days. You did pretty decent.
I was okay.
As a basketball player there. We talked about the girls last year going to the state tournament. That was the first girls team that ever went. But it all started 23 years ago?
Yeah,
does that sound
roughly,
right?
Yeah, 2003. Yes, sir.
With the boys making it to the state tournament, and what a team that was going against there. Do you remember any of it? Or is it all kind of a blur?
No, it's moments like that you don't forget. And, I remember, as wild as it is, we were 6th in the district leading up to the tournament, and we were getting ready to go to Springfield to play them as the 3 seed, and it snowed. And we had 3 extra days of practice, and it's amazing what can click in 3 days.
Wow.
And, it starts with our coaching staff. Coach Kingdon, who's passed away but in our Hall of Fame. Coach Thompson, who's getting inducted tonight as well. Most of my accomplishments, look at the coaches I've had around me.
Right.
I've had Hall of Fame coaches surrounding me, my entire life. So, I remember it was wild. It just kind of clicked in those 3 days of snow, and that really turned our season around.
So the year before, you had lost in the first round of the regionals.
I believe so.
But it wasn't really until the district tournament started that you really felt like, hey, we may have something here.
Yeah, honestly, like you said, we had a really great team, but our district back then was just loaded. We had MLK, we had
Springfield.
David Lipscomb.
Okay.
Yeah, MLK.
Okay, right.
We had – each team had multiple, college signees.
White House before White House Heritage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because White House Heritage, you just got to say what it is.
Yeah.
They've pulled a lot from that
school.
They
do, absolutely.
Back in them days, they didn't have nowhere to go. They had to go to White House High School.
Yeah, that was when White House was our true rival at that point. It was stacked from top to bottom. And, you could lose or beat anybody throughout the season. So, yeah, it was – I think we won at Springfield. We were losing to David Lipscomb with 2 minutes left and ended up beating them. And then we played Hume Fogg. Now, during the regular season, we split with Springfield, lost twice to Lipscomb, and lost twice to Hume Fogg.
In the regular season.
In the district championship, I think we won by 30-something. And they had 2 guards that played Division I basketball and a 6'10" guy.
Wow.
And it was at Macon County, is where we won it. But, like I said, when it clicked, we just took off from there.
Wow. So you had playing in that sectional game. That sectional game was at home, though, right?
It was here. It was here.
Yeah, okay. So you won that. Going to the state tournament, did you kind of have that we made it, or did you feel like we've got more to do?
It was – I remember the win and the feeling right there. And, unfortunately, I'm a product of Coach Kingdon. And I remember going in that locker room and just feeling on top of the world. And his response was, boys, we're not done yet. And you can enjoy this tonight, but we have to start our state tournament prep now. And, we did. We enjoyed it that night, but I think we had 2 full weeks of practice just about.
Oh, wow.
And when you give that man 2 full weeks with no games in between, those were some of the roughest, most physical practices we had. But, he had us ready to play. And we won our first round. And
exactly.
We played Memphis Ridgeway the second game, and We knew exactly what they were going to do, and we were prepared for it. We just weren't prepared for the Memphis aspect and that athleticism. That was kind of hard for us to replicate.
Understood, but big deal winning that first game.
Yeah, we won the first game.
So many people, when they get to a level like that, they're kind of happy. It's kind of like making it to the Final Four. We're just happy to be here.
Yeah,
but
we beat,
winning that game, I think that was almost bigger than
Chattanooga
going.
Howard, and I mean, that's a different atmosphere. You know, when you go, you know, in the glass house and you're trying to shoot and play. I mean, it's not like anything you've ever been in before, especially as a high school kid.
And the perception, a lot of people, we talk about it here a lot. Gyms, everybody has gyms that they shoot better in.
Absolutely.
And that gym is just really weird the way it's laid out. And it's so much bigger than any high school gym.
And now it's very common for teams to make the state tournament. We're allowed to go to practice at Belmont and Western and schools like that to get used to that perception. Vanderbilt will open their doors to high school teams leading up to the tournament to get them ready for that different depth. And it's a killer. I mean, even a free throw. A free throw there feels like you're shooting at 3 miles just because you just look. I mean, you just keep
There's
going.
So much behind it.
Absolutely.
So I was going to go over your accolades, but we don't have enough time for that.
Well, we're going to have to take 3 or 4 shows to do that.
There's so many.
We can do the coaches show for that.
Yeah, there you go. I like
we
that
can set
idea.
some time for that.
But I do want to embarrass you a little bit.
No.
I got on a sports website and went through the archives, and I found a message board from the year that you went to the state tournament, and I believe this was before the region game against Livingston Academy.
Okay.
That all this came out.
They had message boards back then?
They did. Let me tell you some stuff.
I didn't know internet was really going back then.
Hey, of course, we won't have time to talk about his college days going to Tennessee Wesleyan, but here's one from Coach S.H. It says, John, I'm coming to watch you play Tuesday and would love to have you. I know they sent you some info early on this year. I'm an assistant at Tennessee Tech. So Marty is bringing me to the game. Good luck, and I would love to have you. Did you have several schools that were vying for your attention?
You know, I mean, I had a lot of schools interested in me and recruiting me, and you know, a lot of that was contributed to Corey and his recruiting. I mean,
because they were coming to see him.
As wild as it is, the best and worst compliment I think I ever received, Billy Donovan, when he came to recruit Corey when he was a junior, shook my hand, looked me dead in the eye. And he said, John, if you were 6'10", I'd be here to sign you.
Yeah, no crap.
That
happened a lot.
That was the best but worst compliment. But, Tennessee Tech was interested, and, you know, Coach Keenan was great. And, you know, the opportunity to go there would have been awesome, but it came down to, do I want to go somewhere and play immediately, or do I want to sit and, you know, try to work myself into that rotation? So
started the second half, but I don't want you to leave yet. I want to give one more here at least. Thunder 30 said Ferguson is next to unstoppable in the post and has a great one dribble pull up J on the perimeter, and he can also knock down the trailer 3 from the top. That sounds.
I don't know.
I mean, that is
I think there must have been a different Ferguson he was looking at.
That was the guy I remember.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, you may know who this person is. He's a 2001 alumni, goes by Jake MD23.
Jake Daughtry.
He said John again proves why he is likely the best player in the region, sealing the game tonight against Lipscomb, hitting 6 of his 7 free throws to help him win the game.
Did you see what you said at the end?
What did I say at the end?
6 of 7. What?
Yes, 6 for 7 from the free throw line.
What do we say all the time?
Yeah.
That's where legends are built.
Yep.
Is what you do late in the game when the game's on the line.
And
you did your job always.
Because of Coach Kingdon, I wanted the ball at the end, and I wasn't afraid to step to that line. So,
and real quick, Killer Wizzy said it was a blowout, and it was thanks to Ferguson. I can assure you, and that was at the Livingston Academy game. Coach, I wish we had 20 more minutes to talk. But you're right. Maybe we'll get together in the coaches show. I know you got to get back to the team to get ready for this second game.
And about you remembering everything, when you come back when you're 65 to get in as a coach, you're going to be on the board twice. You know that, right? You won't remember the state tournament quite as much.
Well, hopefully, if I go back in at 65 as the coach, it's about the team that I took to the state tournament. So that's our goal right now is, you know, I've told them, I said, that number is hanging on that banner way too long and way too lonely.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to put another one beside of it, for sure.
I like it. Well, Coach, thanks again. Congratulations. Well-deserved Hall of Fame induction.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck in the game.
We're going to go try to get a win for you guys.
Proud of you.
All righty. Thank you, guys.
That's Coach John Ferguson. Portland High School standout, Hall of Fame inductee, and the Lady Panthers have went on a run here to start the second half as they are up 32-20. And no way I can give you all the data that went on. Springfield finally scoring 32-22, so a 10-point lead for the Panthers. And John, we get a chance, go ahead and knock down the scoring stats there in the first half. A spin move in the lane, and they'll call dragging that foot on Moot.
Yeah,
good call by the refs on that one.
My big thing is I got to figure out who scored the 2 points for Springfield. But we're good.
Well, at least you got the first half. Turnover by Springfield to go over to the Panthers.
And I got our girls, our Moot and Bradley both scored for us. So I got that. I just didn't get that the one Springfield bucket.
Well, we'll let that slide. We'll keep track of the video board and keep everything up to date. Some things we wanted to talk about there in the first half of how well they did, but we'll just have to hold on to it. As Bradley ends up playing point guard to start the possession here. McKelvey. Springfield playing kind of a zone defense, and I'm not sure who Paul was throwing it to, but a turnover gives it back to Springfield, but they missed a shot down the lane. But they get the offensive rebound. Patterson misses a putback.
We got to get that ball up high and not let it hit the ground there. Got to count on. Let's go.
McKelvey finally gets it up to Moot. Moot's looking for a screen, but she picks up the dribble, can't do it. Bradley comes to help her out. Dribbles over to the right-hand side, hands off to Russell. Russell tries to fling it, gets tipped. Turnover picked up by Springfield. And Pope up to Farmer, misses the three. But the putback by Wilson as no one was guarding the backside.
That's her fourth point tonight. In the quarter.
Springfield gets it into single digits, 32-24. Portland leads. 10 points for Kieva Bradley, by the way. As Moot takes it in the lane, goes high-low to Bradley, but she can't hold on to it. Tipped out by Springfield. Springfield will inbound underneath their own basket. Portland will inbounds. Moot takes it from the three. No good. Bradley gets the offensive rebound, and she gets pushed trying to go up for the putback.
That was a nice move on her part. Good rebound, and she spun around, was going to get a bucket on the other side, and got hit hard.
Foul number 44, Kyra Wilson. That'll be her second, and the first team foul.
McKelvey lobs it into Paul, hands it over to Bradley for the layup off the inbounds. And a timeout's called by Coach Stein as the Panthers take a 10-point lead. And we'll leave it right here.
So scoring in the first half for us, Paul had 6, Moot had 14, Bradley had 8. We were 2 for 4 from the free throw line. I think one thing that's cool with me, like Coach Ferg, he's graduated a year after my son graduated. And, Pee Wee basketball all the way up. They were teammates when they got in high school. Middle school, I'm sure they had to be teammates that 1 year because I think they only do 7 and 8. So when Coach Ferg was a 7th grader, he was on the team for sure. And then what's also kind of cool is now after tonight between games is going to be 4 players that play with my son in high school that are all in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
John or Coach Ferg, Corey Brewer, and Jake Daltrey. And that's kind of cool. And, I know he's not my son, and I didn't have anything to do with him making it where he got, but it's kind of nostalgic big time. Remembering when he was a little dude playing against him and watching him grow through the years. He was always a really good basketball player.
Pope with the basketball for Springfield. It's loose, picked up by Moot. She falls forward, tries to tap it up ahead to McKelvey.
I tell you what, the referee pretty athletic on that play.
Coach Stein says, hey, that girl touched it. The yellow and gold was the last one to touch it, so now they're going to have a conversation.
I was just impressed with his moves. He was running backwards, avoiding the basketball that was coming at a high rate of speed. It was pretty
No wonder he couldn't
impressive.
tell who touched it last. Oh, they'll keep it with Portland.
And they did a good job of talking about it. That's what you're supposed to do when you're reffing.
After further review, Paul will inbounds to Moot. Back to Paul. She takes the three from the corner. Off the mark. Russell comes in and steals the rebound, gives it up to Bradley. A three from McKelvey doesn't go in, picked up by Springfield, a completely different basketball team than what we saw Tuesday night. Bump on the way into the lane for Farmer. They'll send her to the free throw line. Is that one to go against Paul? That'd be 3 on her.
Yeah, and Springfield's quick. They're not as well versed and drilled, obviously, as Liberty Creek, but they're a really fast team.
Farmer has 2 at the line, but she misses the first.
I think the one thing the 6'15" guy, if he's paying attention, he's going to be impressed with Moot for sure.
Farmer misses the second one. Offensive rebound, though, for Springfield, and timeout is called by Coach Davis, and he'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break, need a breather. We'll be right back. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
3:29 here to go in the third quarter. Lady Panthers hold a double-digit lead, 34-24. Springfield with possession of the basketball underneath their own basket. They'll stack it up at the free throw line, break out, lobs out front to Pope. Pope quickly goes in the lane, hands it off to Wilson. She wasn't ready for it. Picked up by McKelvey. Up ahead to Moot. Moot has one to beat. Gets it knocked away. What a defensive move. Quick hands for Farmer, but they're going to call a foul.
On us? We were trying to get the ball. How did we foul?
They'll call a foul on Paul, and that's 4 on her, and she quickly takes a seat. Into the game comes Madison Mays.
That was a horrible call. And the fans agree.
10-point lead. Here, still in the third, though. Hate for Paul to have to sit out for there as Wilson takes a shot from the free throw line. It goes in. Leading scorer for Springfield, Kyler Wilson, with 10 points. Again, that full court pressure by Springfield as McKelvey up to Bradley. Bradley has no one in the lane, but she'll dish it off to Mays. Russell. Still trying to figure out. Turnaround shot from the paint. Moot goes in. 16 points on the night for Moot. Still trying to figure out the defense for the Springfield. I'll get it figured out eventually.
It's called discombobulation.
Running jumper for Springfield is no good. And with 2:26 to go in the third quarter, we have our first held ball of the night. Possession arrow will go with Springfield. That may be a new record.
It could be. I take your word for it.
Inbounds to the far corner. Throw it back out on front to Pope. Pope trying to get around Moot. Takes another running jumper. Left-hander misses that shot. Picked up by Russell. Russell dribbles out of it, gives it up to Mays. Mays tries to fling it up ahead. A little bit too tall for McKelvey. So it'll go to Springfield.
Hey, it took 2 quarters and almost 3 for Coach Stein to let his voice be heard.
Morgan Sales will make her first appearance in the game tonight as Mays will take a breather. Terry into the lane. That floater's no good. Bradley with the rebound.
Just go. Your point guard, go.
Run up ahead to Russell. Russell double team, loses the basketball, and now they'll call held ball. Possession arrow stays with the Panthers. Kind of got bum rushed there on that one.
Well, that's part of basketball. That's going to happen. And the more times you let it happen, it's going to happen more and more and more and more.
Still a 10-point lead for the Lady Panthers. As Terry comes back into the game, Wilson will take a seat. McKelvey into the backcourt to Bradley. The pass back to McKelvey gets tipped out by Springfield. That's one thing you can say about this Springfield defense. They've got hands.
Yeah,
they're in the passing lanes.
Yeah, for sure. They're quick.
Another inbounds for the Lady Panthers. And Russell will take it this time in the backcourt. Fakes a pass, and she gets bumped trying to get into the front court. And that'll go against Patterson. That's the third foul on Talia Patterson. Second team foul with 1:45 to go. Lady Panthers stack it up at the midline. They break out, gets it to Russell, back to McKelvey. McKelvey picks up her dribble. Russell in the near court gives it to Sharklet, who's in the game for Sales. Three is good. I think that's the first three of the night, and it'll go to Story Russell. That is her first basket. Three for Springfield. They try to match it up, but it doesn't happen. They're able to save the rebound, restart it again. Terry takes a jumper, in and out. Sharklet with the rebound. She tries to literally walk her way out of it.
Yeah, she literally did.
So they'll call traveling.
She literally did a great job getting a rebound, and she literally did a good job of spinning out of the tie-up. Well, she's got to learn that the next play is to pass the ball to somebody.
30-second timeout
but
for Coach Davis.
Do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. I know a minute ago she did a good job. She got the ball on the offensive end in the post, and she needs to learn to look even further down because we had Bradley wide open, and so she fed it out. It ended up getting us 3 points.
Right.
But you always want 1-foot shots over 16-foot shots.
The first quarter and a half, almost the first 2 quarters, Lady Panthers done an excellent job on the boards. But here in the third quarter, they've kind of lost that edge, as Springfield's been able to get a few offensive rebounds and gain some extra possessions. 13-point lead for Portland, but Springfield with the basketball. Farmer.
That was almost
Coach
over
Stein looking for a backcourt violation. They're not going to give it to him, but they are going to call the foot on the sideline against Springfield, and that'll give the ball to the Lady Panthers. She dribbled it.
It was extremely
here
close.
In the front court, it seemed like, and then it kind of rolled in. So I guess they're going to say she didn't have, I don't know.
I think she was playing it to get over the line. It just looked like she had touched it.
A minute to go here in the third. Turnover. The Springfield steps out of bounds.
When we pick up our dribble, it's almost like we pick up our dribble, then we look to see somebody to pass it to. Instead of dribbling, power dribble, which I don't know if we do that anymore, anybody. Power dribble until you find your person open and then pass it out of the dribble.
Inbounds is almost turned over, but Lady Panthers able to keep possession, and McKelvey will get called for traveling as she was stuck in the trap.
And we had Sharklet wide open into the go. When they trap you out there out front, there's going to be somebody open in the middle. Down low by the go. We got to get it to him.
Pope going up against Moot. Tries to go down the lane. Tries to pass it off to Terry in the paint. Tipped away. And that'll be traveling. The old, I have the basketball and I fall on the ground traveling. They'll give it to Springfield. 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Panthers have upped their lead to 13. Throwing way out front to Farmer. Farmer's going to try to drive to the basket, and they let her go. She gets around 2 defenders, but she misses the short shot. Bradley with the rebound. Gets stuck in the corner. Finally passes out of it. Up to Moot. Moot, 2-on-1. Up to Russell, and Russell gets a left-handed layup. Good fast break for the Lady Panthers. 9 seconds to go Springfield. 3 for Pope. Off the mark, 2 seconds remaining. Lady Panthers are not going to have enough time to do anything with it. That doesn't matter. At the end of 3, it's Portland 41, Springfield 26. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes of Lady Panther basketball.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
To stay informed on all the Portland High School sports action, download the PHS Athletics app. Get real-time updates on schedules, scores, and team news directly to your mobile phone. iPhone users search for PHS Panthers. Android owners search Portland Panthers Athletics. And, John, I've got it on my phone, and when there's several different events going on, the notifications keep coming.
Yeah, the Android way is a little complicated at times if you got the new phone, but iPhone's easy peasy.
Start the fourth quarter. Lady Panthers will have to play defense, and it'll be Madison Mays, Kieva Bradley, Gorchek Moot, Story Russell, Addie McKelvey, as Nylock Paul will stay on the bench and play cheerleader with her 4 fouls. Springfield with the basketball to start this final quarter. Farmer at the top of the key gives it up. And they'll get over to Patterson. Patterson with 3 fouls back into the game. Farmer to the far slot area, sidesteps, takes a shot, no good. Rebound, Mays. Mays loses it, goes out of bounds, and they'll give it to the Lady Panthers. Lady Panthers will inbounds deep into their own territory. Moot went out for the pass, covered well by the safety, Bella Phillips. Bradley into the front court, dishes it out to Mays, a little bit too hard, a little bit too wide. That was something Coach Stein was working on also, your placement. If you stand at the three-point line, make sure you stay at that same area every time you come down, because, you know, your teammates get used to you being in that one spot. The first 3 of the night for Springfield goes in, and Springfield will take a quick timeout on that. We'll be right back. Portland up by 12. This is Lady Panther basketball.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
In the basketball game, Portland up by 12, 41-29. Nylock Paul with 4 fouls, sitting on the bench. A completely different team, as we've already said, from what we saw Tuesday night. Gorchek Moot leading the way for the Lady Panthers with 16 points. Kieva Bradley has 12. Nylock Paul has 8 to go along with the 4 fouls. Lady Panthers with the basketball, and they'll inbounds. They got the full court to go, and all 5 Springfield Lady Yellow Jackets in the backcourt waiting on them. Moot dribbles up ahead, and she's going to take it all the way, but she gets fouled before the shot, they'll say. Quick hands of the Lady Jacket defense able to stop that penetration.
Yeah, we still got to work on getting this press beat. It's still ugly. We did it, but it's ugly.
That's the 3rd foul on Terry. As Russell lobs it into Moot, they weren't ready for it. Springfield had their back to the ball, lobbed over to Moot, and she makes the little short bunny. 18 points on the night for the junior.
Yeah, how you don't cover Moot all the time is beyond me.
Moot gets a little bit aggressive on defense, and they'll call her for a foul on that one. That's her second of the night. A 14-point lead against this Springfield Lady Jacket team that had really shown something. Coming into tonight, as far as the new coach in the new season, coming in tonight with a 13-4 record. Patterson tries to take a shot over Bradley, doesn't go in, but another offensive rebound. Farmer with the three off the mark, and the Panthers have possession. 6:20 to go. Reach-in foul on Springfield, and that could be number 4 on Talia Patterson.
Number 22, Talia Patterson. That'll be her 4th.
And it will be.
Team foul.
Second team foul on Springfield with 6:16 to go. Russell will inbounds. Baseball pass out front. Moot shields her defender, takes a spin move in the lane, and makes a right-handed layup. That will be on the highlight reel. 20 points for Gorchek Moot. And a quick three by Springfield goes in. As Bella Phillip knocks one down, and then a tie up on the inbounds. This Springfield team not giving up.
No, I wouldn't expect them to give up.
Possession hour goes to the Lady Panthers. Inbounds and a foul on Springfield. Knocking Bradley to the floor. That'll be the third team foul, so free throws could be an issue in the second half of this fourth quarter.
It could be.
Russell
Whoa, that's a violation, isn't it?
hits the backboard trying to throw it in here to the near side, and that will be out of bounds, go over to Springfield. And Springfield will lob it out front. McKelvey was right there, just couldn't get the tip. Into the lane
not a
goes
walk.
Farmer. Misses the shot, tipped out. It'll stay with Springfield. 45-32, Portland leads, 5:40 to go. Gorchek Moot with 20 points. Kieva Bradley has 12. Pope. Shot up, no good. Foul on the shot. Rebounds for Kieva Bradley. She has a bunch. As Pope will go to the free throw line for 2.
I got 6 on my stat sheet, but that could be wrong. We've had a lot of entertainment.
Misses the first one.
Our stats are not official.
Oh, no. Can't do that. Second one
Unofficial.
rolls in for Pope. Springfield again, full court.
Can't catch
wow. Wow. That was not her fault. So Russell was trying to throw the baseball pass. The defender, Defini, was able to tip it, and it went right back into the arms of Russell. So that'll count as out of bounds for the Panthers and stay with Springfield. Pope takes the inbounds, and an uncontested 3 doesn't go in. Tipped out in front, picked up by McKelvey, foul from behind.
Foul number 1.
So that's the fourth team foul on Springfield. Next foul. And Portland will be shooting free throws for the rest of the night. Well, they'll be shooting free throws for the rest of the night anyway. With a 12-point lead. Mays takes the inbounds, hands it off to Moot. Moot has open lane into the front court, open lane into the paint, open lane to the basket. Another bucket for Gorchek Moot. Give her 22. 5:11 to go. It's 47-33.
So you gave that bucket up earlier. I'm giving her 24.
It just made it easier on my life just to copy what they had.
I just need to remember when it's all said and done and it's in the paper what it ends up being.
Yep, I agree.
But I'll forget.
Either way, Gorchek Moot, what a night. Missed pass on the inbounds for Springfield, but they're able to keep possession. Pope down the left-hand side gets blocked on the shot. No, they'll say it was a foul. So she'll go to the line for 2. And that goes against Moot. That'll be her third. As Pope makes the first free throw, into the game comes Nylock Paul. First time for the quarter, and Russell will take a breather. Paul with 4 fouls. Moot with 3. And 2 for 2 from the line is Shamaria Pope. Panthers once again has to get through this pressure defense, trying to race against the 10-second mark. They do it this time. Bradley gets bumped from the side. So Kieva Bradley go to the free throw line, shooting 55% from the stripe. Do want to mention Kids Cheer Camp is coming up January the 24th at PHS, 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. All participants will perform at the basketball game on January 27th right here in PHS Arena. $50 sign up, $5 off for each sibling. Each child will be given a PHS cheer shirt, and we'll get into the game for free.
Say that 3 times really quick.
Yeah, that was a tough one as Bradley misses that first free throw. Ages 4 to 12 years old, so Thayer, you're out.
I'm out.
Don't even think about it.
I was all excited about it.
That is a fun event. Bradley misses that one. Chased down by Springfield. Panthers with a 12-point lead, 4:39 to go. Springfield pushing the pressure on down the lane, and another layup for Zay Farmer. She finally gets one to go in. McKelvey to Russell. Russell back to McKelvey. And that time they didn't have any issues getting it to the front court as Russell waits for a defender. Gives it up to McKelvey, who uses Russell as a screen. Back to Russell. Over to Moot in the far corner. Moot goes into the lane, takes a running jumper, in, out, out.
Sweet shot, sweet
Springfield with the basketball, and Farmer has to turn away. Gives it up to Pope. Pope over to Patterson. Patterson goes baseline, takes a runner. That one's off, but offensive rebound. Putback is missed, and Bradley in control and will not let it. There you go, John. Would not let anyone have that basketball. And they end up calling a foul on Springfield. I like the aggressiveness of that rebound.
Yeah, it was just like a gnat or a fly. How about that? A horsefly that won't go away. She just wasn't going to let it land and get the ball.
Into the game for Coach Stein right now is Bradley, Russell, Moot, Paul, and McKelvey as there's discussion. Paul was out on that defensive end, and she was trying to come back in, but the referee says not yet. So Mays will stay into the game until Bradley shoots the first free throw, which she misses. Now Paul will come in, and Mays will take a seat.
You got to do it right. You got to do it at the right time. And since it was cheating, then you get 2 shots, no matter what.
Coach Stein playing that offense-defense game as Bradley's second free throw doesn't go in. Rebound knocked out by the Panthers, so it'll go over to Springfield. 3:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. A 10-point lead for the Lady Panthers, 47-37.
Russell did a good job fighting for that ball, though. She almost pulled it off.
Baseline Pope hands it off for the 3. No good. Bradley up ahead to Moot. Can they catch her? No, they cannot. A layup for Gorchek Moot. And we'll put her down unofficially for 24. A 12-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Phillip to Pope. Takes a screen. Gives it up to Farmer. Back to Phillip. Farmer goes over to the far side. Gets around
we got a little
McKelvey,
walk there for sure.
but gets called for traveling.
At least they did get a little tired of calling every little turnover. Because it was going to be a long game if they would have
Baseball pass again, thrown way up ahead to Moot. She catches up to it.
That's a technical
and gets
foul.
fouled
Come on
the shot. As Phillip was able to catch up to her.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. It didn't look like she played ball to me. It looked like she hipped her more than anything.
Number 24, Gordon check Moot at the line for Portland.
And that's what scares me right there is when you got a great athlete like that going in for a layup and someone cheap fouls her from behind.
Moot makes the first free throw.
And I'm saying that and I'm standing by it. That should have been a technical foul.
Panthers get to the half-century mark on that shot. And the second one, a roll in from the front side, a full timeout called by Coach Stein. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for the last 3 minutes of this basketball game. Your Portland Lady Panthers lead by 14.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
Upcoming games for your Portland Lady Panthers next week. Tuesday night, be traveling to Greenbrier High School, one of Coach John Thayer's favorite places to visit. And then next Friday night, a big one at Station Camp.
It's not anymore. They closed down the ice cream shop there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And pretzels and milkshakes.
Yeah.
They closed it down.
What
They've
happened?
only got 2 locations now, one in Pleasant View, Pleasant View, and one in Clarksville. I don't know. Greenbrier people, they just didn't support their local business.
No, I don't know that, but
I do.
Springfield with the basketball. Pope into the lane, dishes out to Davini, misses the shot, and the Lady Panthers with the rebound. And Davini knocks it away from behind, out of bounds. Will stay with the Lady Panthers. Moot, Mays, Bradley, Paul, and Russell in the game for Coach Stein. A 14-point lead with 2:50 to go. Mays to the front court. Dribbles over to the left-hand side, hands it off to Russell. Russell spin moves at the top of the key, gives it back to Mays. Mays takes about a 12-footer from the baseline, and it goes in.
Really good ball movement.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good ball movement for the Panthers as well.
Into the lane for Springfield is no good. Rebound by Bradley. Moot with the basketball.
Gotta
Gives
go.
it up to Mays. Mays back to Moot. Moot to the front court, and she gets fouled from behind. Gorchek Moot. 26 points on the night. Will go to the free throw line to try to get 2 more.
Foul called for 3, illegal Terry.
That's the 4th foul on Terry. And John, you would think that Springfield would have started fouling long ago since the Panthers are in the bonus, but they've got too many players with 3 and 4 fouls.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Moot makes the first one. And the second one goes in. In comes McKelvey, out goes Moot. Timeout called by Springfield. And we'll take a quick one. We'll be right back. 2:15 to go. Portland leads 55-37. You're listening to the Portland Sports Network. 2:15 remaining. 55-37. Your Lady Panthers with an 18-point lead. Looking to even up that district record at 1-1, going up against Greenbrier and Station Camp next week. Springfield with the basketball. Pope drives, shoots. That one goes in. A nice little left-handed bank shot. Lady Panthers averaging. Bradley gets pushed from behind, and they will call.
What are you thinking?
The flagrant foul. That was a little bit too obvious, as Bradley had an open lane to the basket, got pushed from behind.
But
so
you know,
she'll have 2 shots, and the Panthers will have basketball.
That wasn't nothing compared to what happened to Moot, though, because really they wasn't going as fast. She kind of shoved her, but not to the ground. Moot got undercut when she was going full speed. That's so dangerous.
Bradley makes the first one.
And why is popcorn so messy? Have you ever had popcorn and not dropped at least one piece?
Well, that's no. Misses the second one, but the Panthers will keep possession of the basketball.
She'd be having a super scary night if she'd hit her free throws, because I've got her with 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. I could be wrong, because we have had Hall of Fame ceremonies all around.
Bradley takes a seat. In comes Sharklet. Just under 2 minutes to go. Lob to Paul.
That was a foul.
And she quickly takes a shot, misses it, gets her own rebound, and then gets fouled from behind. So Nylock Paul, 50% from the line, will get 2. Lady Panthers are averaging 46.8 points per game this season. They've got 56 right now. Gorchek leading the team with 14.5 points per game. She's sitting on 28. Her night is probably done. As Paul misses the first.
So this will be for her 10th point, because I went ahead and gave her that 2 that I thought
there you go.
Wasn't hers.
Good job. 10 points on the night for Nylock Paul. 19 points now, your Lady Panthers lead. Pope up against Paul, takes a 3. In and out. Sharklet with the rebound. Gives it up to Russell, over to McKelvey. 1.5 minutes to go.
That's
Russell
a foul.
gets bumped, and that'll send Story to the free throw line, and that may be number 5 on Aaliyah Terry.
One thing Sharklet's got to work on, and I know she's just a freshman, and I know this is varsity basketball, but her rebound, she's wanting to bring them down below her chest area, and she's got to learn to keep it up high until she knows what she's going to do with it.
Substitutes coming to the scorer's table for Coach Stein as Russell misses the first one. Morgan Sales comes in. Abby Sanders. Kendall Gregory. And several will sit as Paul. Russell takes a seat. On the court now is Sales, Gregory, Russell. Russell stays in. Sanders and Sharklet as Russell's got the second free throw.
We've got a hodgepodge of different outfits tonight in the crowd. We've got some guy with an Arkansas hoodie on, shirt on, just came out of nowhere. I got to buy something different. There's no doubt.
Russell makes the second one, so now she'll take a seat. And in comes Ariel Lindsay. And Lindsay immediately with a steal. No, they're going to call a foul.
This guy's like 3 feet away, and this guy was 3 defenders and 15 feet away. I think it was his call. Just me, just saying.
That's the 4th team foul on the Panthers. 1:16 to go. A 20-point lead for the home team.
Hey, remember, thanks for listening tonight. Like us and subscribe.
So you're not asking to like us personally, but like us as an entity. Inbounds for Springfield. Tipped away by Sales. She gets
He
the
just
steal.
got pushed too.
Ball goes out of bounds. What a defensive maneuver by Morgan Sales.
It was majorly athletic. I was really impressed with their athleticism.
So Springfield down by 20 brings in substitutes. A turnover picked up by Gregory, but goes out of bounds before she can get a handle on it. Inbounds for Springfield to Shoulders. She loses it, picked up by Sales. Sales gets chased from behind, misses the shot. Offensive rebound, put back by Kendall Gregory. 44 seconds to go. 61-39 is your score. Springfield with another turnover. Lindsay throws it up ahead to Gregory. She's trying to go in for layup, gets fouled on the shot, so Gregory go to the free throw line for 2.
She's pretty quick. Just a freshman.
.30 seconds to go. Panthers trying to get a few more on the board as she makes the first one. Gregory gets set for the second free throw. Misses that one. Sanders with the rebound. Gives it up to Sharklet. Tipped away. Held ball. Possession hour goes to Springfield. 26 seconds to go. 23-point lead for Portland. As Springfield will slowly bring it into the front court. Over to the left-hand side. Tries to flip it over. Ball is loose. Picked up by Gregory. Down the lane. Shot is up. No good. Rebound. Put back. Foul. But we said Kendall Gregory's name in the last 1 minute of game time.
We definitely have.
Kind of overtaken it. Free throw goes in for the Lady Panthers.
So is that Coach Thompson's granddaughter? I think so. That's kind of cool. That might.
Second one is
like
good.
him.
2 free throws. Makes it 64-39 with 5 seconds to go. 2 seconds. Springfield will run it out. And that's the ball game, and what a game it was here on Hall of Fame night as the Lady Panthers come away with a 64-39 victory against Springfield. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with the recaps and stats as you're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
Final score, Portland 64, Springfield 39. Again, a different team from what we saw Tuesday night as they turn things around. And John really, they only had an 8-point lead at halftime, and they just took it away there in the second half. Couldn't stop Gorchek Moot. Springfield couldn't get anything to fall either. And then I think they was kind of trying to pressure there towards there in the fourth quarter, trying to get shots off. And the Panthers were just able to pull away and get a much-needed easy victory, I guess you would say. It wasn't easy until the second half, but
yeah,
it was a win they needed.
Yeah, and then what they're going to do is look at film And next time we play these guys, they're going to try to double and triple trap us early because that was the only success they had. And then we're just going to have to get the ball out quick and get it in the perimeter for easy buckets. But it was a good win any win's a good win. And we didn't look. We made 17 turnovers. But we played good. And do you want to go over stats now, or waiting for this to happen, or we'll go over stats until somebody starts talking? How's that? Yeah. Madison Mays got 2. Nalak Paul's got 10. Gorchek Moot, I got her a 30. I could have misadded somewhere. 18, 24. No, I think it's 28, isn't it? I like 30. It sounds good. Bradley's got 13. Russell's got 5. Gregory's got 3. Paisley Thompson's got 2. For that should equal 64, but, we've had a lot of stuff going on, so it might not. Rebounds, Russell with 3, Mays with 3, McKelvey with 5, Paul with 1, Moot with 1, Bradley with 10. We're going to let the PA announcer take over now. We're going to monitor this. If we don't think you can hear it cleanly, we'll pick back up.
Former student athletes, coaches, and contributors whose dedication, leadership, and achievements have left a lasting legacy on Panther athletics. We thank our inductees and their families for joining us this evening and for the impact they have made on Portland High School, both on and off the field and court. Please welcome Portland High School, class of 1981, Hall of Fame inductee, Bubba Douglas. From 1978 to 1981, Bubba was a 3-year letterman in both football and baseball and one of the most versatile athletes of his era. On the football field, Bubba was a 2-year starter at linebacker and fullback, while also handling field goals and extra points. He finished his career among the top 10 all-time in tackles with 221 and served as team captain in 1980. Leading the team in both rushing and scoring. He earned second team All-District honors in 1979 and first team All-County and All-District honors in 1980, while helping lead Portland to the 1979 District 8 Championship and the 1980 District 8 and Region AAA Championships. One of the most memorable performances in school history came in the 1980 Region AAA Championship game, when Bubba rushed for 135 yards in a 27-0 victory over highly ranked York. A game later described in 100 Years of Panther tradition as one of the greatest ever played at Memorial Field. Bubba was also a 3-year starter in baseball, playing second base and pitcher. He earned all-district honors in 1981 and was a key member of the 1981 district and regional championship team that advanced to the state tournament semifinals and finished 3rd in the state. That same year, he was selected to play in the Middle Tennessee High School All-Star Game at MTSU. Bubba lives in Texas, where he is the president of M&M Manufacturing. He is married to Melissa and has 3 children, Chad, Haley, and Lindsay, and 2 grandchildren, Jordan and Grayson. Give another round of applause to Bubba Douglas. Please welcome Portland High School, class of 1981, Hall of Fame inductee, Danny Thompson. Danny Thompson is a former outstanding 2-sport athlete participating in both basketball and baseball. On the basketball court, he was a 3-year starter who earned Most Improved Player honors, multiple All-County and All-District selections, Team MVP, the Mr. Hustle Award, and WMRL Outstanding Senior Recognition. He finished his career with more than 350 assists while helping lead the 1981 District Tournament Championship team. On the baseball field, Danny was a 3-year starter. He earned All-County and All-District 1981 team that won district, region, and quarterfinal championships and finished third in the state. During that postseason run, he threw a 9-inning extra inning shutout in the state quarterfinals while pitching 19 consecutive scoreless innings. He was also selected to play in the Middle Tennessee All-Star Game. Danny returned to Portland High School from 1997 to 2009 as a basketball and baseball coach. As an assistant basketball coach, he helped lead teams to multiple district titles, a regional championship, and a state semifinal appearance in 2003, when the team finished third in the state. In baseball, he served as both an assistant and head coach, helping guide the 2002 team to district, region, and sectional championships, and another third-place finish at state. Danny is married to Kathy, and they have 3 children, Tiffany Wilkinson, Mickey Thompson, and Tabitha Thompson, and 5 grandchildren, Paisley, Charlie Kate, Corbin, Lila, and Kevin. Give another round of applause to Danny Thompson. Please welcome Portland High School Class of 2003 Hall of Fame inductee, John Ferguson. John Ferguson is one of the most accomplished basketball players in Portland High School history. A 4-year varsity starter, John earned 4 all-district selections, 2 all-county honors, 2 all-district tournament selections, all-region recognition, and was twice named all-tournament MVP. He was also selected to the Tri-Star and Darrell White all-tournament teams, and was named Portland Leader Player of the Year in 2002, and Co-Player of the Year in 2003 alongside Corey Brewer. He was invited to compete in the Tennessee East-West All-Star Game and finished his PHS career as the 5th leading scorer in school history with 1,636 points. After graduating in 2003, John continued his career at Tennessee Wesleyan University, where he was a 4-year varsity starter. He set school records for blocked shots in a season and for a career. Finished as the 15th leading scorer in program history with 1,371 points, and was named the recipient of the prestigious Dwayne Farmer Award as the university's top all-around athlete. He earned his Bachelor of Science in History in 2007 and will be inducted into the Tennessee Wesleyan University Sports Hall of Fame in January 2025. John later returned to Tennessee Wesleyan to launch its junior varsity basketball program, building it from the ground up and laying the foundation for future Bulldog success. In 2020, John returned home to Portland High School, earning his master's in education from Tennessee Tech University and joining the Panthers as a coach. In 2022, he was named head coach, leading the program to back-to-back district championships, 2 regional runner-up finishes, and 2 trips to the state sectionals. John is married to Dana and has 2 children, Evan and Eli. Give another round of applause to John Ferguson. Please welcome Portland High School Class of 2008 Hall of Fame inductee, Elias Roth. Elias is grateful to God for the strong roots he is in Portland community and for the unwavering support of his mother. From 2006 to 2008, Elias was a three-sport varsity athlete, competing in football as the place kicker, in cross country, qualifying for the state meet in 2007, and in soccer, where he achieved his greatest success under the leadership of the late coach Steve Glazer. As a sophomore in 2006, Elias set a single-season school record with 26 goals, helping lead Portland to a district championship and back-to-back sectional appearances. In 2007, the team went undefeated in district play without conceding a single goal. And Elias earned All-District Offensive MVP, All-County Offensive MVP, and First-Team All-State honors. He served as the team captain in 2008, earning all-district recognition and finishing his career as Portland's all-time leader in career goals and career points. After graduation, Elias continued his soccer career at the University of Memphis, appearing in 18 matches over 2 seasons. Elias credits Portland High School for instilling in him the values of integrity, citizenship, and teamwork, and he shares this honor with the coaches and teammates who helped shape him. Elias is married to Gabrielle, and they have 3 children, Gunnison, Juniper, and Lenora. Give another round of applause to Elias Braun. Give one more round of applause to the 2026 Portland High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. Again, we thank our inductees and their families for joining us this evening and for the impact they have made on Portland High School.
There you have it, the announcement of the 2026 PHS Athletics Hall of Fame, and we'll get into a lot of that during the boys' game as we recap some of those stats and some of those achievements. But for right now, we're going to take a very short break. We come right back. We'll get set for the boys' basketball game as you're listening to the Portland Sports Network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com, and remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Getting ready for the second part of our games tonight, but first I wanted to go ahead and end up on the girls on a high note as they came away with a victory. Their record is now 11-10. More importantly, they are 1-1 in the district. As we have said, can't get in that 0-2 hole, so getting back to 1-1 was a big deal, I think, for the Lady Panthers next week at Greenbrier and at Station Camp. We'll be broadcasting both of those games. I already said it. You can't change it.
Yeah, okay, but let me just tell you, on the Greenbrier game, if you watch Peyton Eli spin-off on Monday Night Footballs, it's probably going to be a lot like that because I'm not a play-by-play guy. It's hard. It really is. I give you credit. I always have given you credit. It's a tough gig to do, but I think it's important to go down to Greenbrier. It's an away game and try to keep everybody as up-to-date as possible. So, you know, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to call a little bit. You're not going to know one kid on Greenbrier who scores a point. You will Portland, you know, because I know those kids, so I don't have to memorize it. I got to work for a living. I don't know how you work and memorize all that stuff at the same time. But you're good at it. But we're going to broadcast it, even though Golly G's is out of business and they're not there anymore. But just bear with me. I'll do the very best I can. But I do promise you this. We'll keep you updated on who's scoring what points If Keelan gets any dunks, you'll hear me really loud scream. And when Tristan Calvert goes to the hole like he does constantly, you'll know it. So we're going to do it.
Miguel will take care of you. I'm not worried about it at all.
I'm going to say we can trade off if you want.
Yeah, you can do like a baseball game. Just go back and forth, right?
No, not like a baseball game. That's easy. I don't even have to go back and forth with that. I can do play-by-play and color if I needed to. But basketball's tough, dude. It's a fast-paced game.
I get it. I get it. Time to get ready for the second half of tonight's PHS doubleheader as your Portland Panthers get set to host the Yellow Jackets of Springfield High School. Panther boys continue their winning ways, defeating Liberty Creek Tuesday night by a score of 53-43 to get their 14th win of the season and winning their district opener. They have now won 7 in a row, 11 of the last 12. The only blemish in that run was that 1-point defeat against Westmoreland, and I keep having to bring it up.
You should bring it up. It's on my little cheat sheet. It wasn't a defeat. 19.2 seconds left in the game. We're down by 1. We have possession of the ball. They knocked Tristan Calvert literally out of bounds, right in Coach Ferguson's lap, almost. And they called him. He just obviously he had something mentally go wrong, and he just fell out of bounds. I mean, that happens all the time, right? But it should have been a foul. And even with that being said, you know, Tristan had a wide open three, good look. It didn't go in. A good shot, it almost went in. And then what I was the most pressed about is he went to the hole, downhill left side, and for a 2-point layup that just kind of bounced out a little bit. But, you know, that you got to learn how to hit game winners, right? And that's what I'm real happy about Tristan's game. He's grown up so much in the 3 years that I've been helping you do basketball. You know, he's not afraid to go to the hole. Not that he ever was, but you just got to get used to it. And
you okay?
Yeah, I'm choking on the popcorn. But anyway, you know, and he's the first one to say, I should have hit the shot, which is key. When you're going to be the man taking those shots, you're not going to hit them all, right? And you got to take it with stride.
Right.
But you got to be proud of you're the one that needed to have the ball all the time. And look, a point-blank drive to the goal, you know, he's grown up a lot. Keelan Dalton's played some really good ball for us. All the guys have played a lot of good ball for us. Every one of them. We don't run deep. They got to play a lot of hard minutes. But I really think up to this point, Keelan and Tristan both, their offensive game, the way they'll go hard to the bucket, it's kind of set our tone for the whole thing. But everybody's contributing. It's not just those two. But Tristan, you know, I've known him for a lot of years, and I'm really proud of the way he's grown up and really attacks the goal and takes the team on his shoulder when they need to. And, you know.
Going into the game Tuesday night against Liberty Creek, it was an Evan Ferguson 3 that gave the Panthers their first lead at the 1:33 mark of the first quarter to go up 8-7. They never fell behind again, but really they couldn't shake that Liberty Creek team as they just kind of continued to hang around. So, I mean, it was good on the Panthers.
Yeah,
they just kept the throttle going.
10-7 first quarter was in itself kind of weird. I think we were discombobulated, I believe, early on. We were taking some shots that really just didn't look like us. I didn't think. I was, if I remember right, I think it was Totten. He didn't score any points in the first quarter, but he put the ball on the floor and started getting the team to go to the hole hard. And that's what I think turned the game around for us, to be honest with you, is knowing, hey, this is going to be a low-scoring affair. It's going to be a very defensive battle, and the points are going to not come in droves, and we need to go to the hole, get fouls on them, and try to make some easy buckets. So I think Quentin, he kind of set the tone as far as that's concerned.
Keelan Dalton had 13 points, 8 rebounds. Quentin Totten did end up with 11 points. Tristan Calvert had 10 points, 5 rebounds. Nate Honeycutt with 7 rebounds and 3 steals, playing the role of Banger and the Nat on the floor, which is one of your favorite roles. Panthers shot 10 of 14 from the free throw line. But rebounding was the big deal. They out-rebounded Liberty Creek 25-13 on the defensive end. If you want to say anything negative, 19 turnovers for the game. That can cause issue in future games.
Yeah, I had 18, but who's going to split hairs on one? Ours are unofficial, but they're good stats. But yeah, that kind of set. We had 4 We only had 6 for the whole first half. So we had 12 for the second half. So we doubled it up. And we do need to work on that. But a lot of that is getting tired. And when we get tired, this is just what I think. I think when we're getting tired, some of our cross-court passes have a little bit more ump on them. And I think we're getting tired and they're getting a little flat on us. Plus the team's starting to get used to what we're trying to do. And I think if we can kind of work on that a little bit, do a few more, fake it to make it passes. Our guards have got to come get the ball sometimes when we got a guy in trouble. We can't rely on a half-court throw across court. That's really dangerous all the time. Our guards have got to do a little, or all our players got to do a better job of coming to the ball to make the passes not so far. And I think once they get that figured out, their Coach Ferg assured me that they're working on getting their sleep. They cut down their little sonic visits in the evening. They're hydrating and they're eating well. And that's tough, right now with our record. People in the community are starting to talk. They start noticing it. And then all of a sudden you start getting in that little rock star mode. And our community is really good at that. They really get behind the kids big time when they start winning. So that's something moving forward they're going to have to watch to make sure they get that under control and not let it, as we say all the time on the Saturday show, not drink the Kool-Aid. Stay hungry, not worry about what your record is now. Practice like you've got a losing record. Mm-hmm. And if they do that, and we've said it all along, we're athletic as all get out. We've got a lot of speed. We've got a chance to have a good team. Whoever picked them to come in 5th in our district preseason was totally nuts. They don't pay attention to what's going on. I don't see that happening with this team. Springfield's going to be really fast in my guesstimation. So we're going to see. Springfield always, back in the Coach Ferg days, my son, Corey, Springfield, they wasn't always drilled really good all the time, but they were always very, very fast, very, very athletic, and they put some pressure on you. If you wasn't ready, you were going to lose.
Going up tonight, going up against a Springfield team that is 9-7 on the season, 1-0 in the district as they defeated Greenbrier Tuesday night by a score of 66-53. They also have a win over White House Heritage, losses to Joe Burns, 2 defeats against Gallatin, and a loss against Whites Creek. Short break. We'll be back for starting lineups and tip-off. This is Panther Basketball. Right now, we'll take it over to the public address announcer as we'll go over the starting lineups for both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Portland High School, home of the Panthers, for tonight's basketball matchup between the visiting Springfield Yellow Jackets and your Portland Panthers. It's time to meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Springfield Yellow Jackets. Number 3, Jalen Chapman. Number 4, Myron Level. Number 12, Josh Barrett. Number 14, Keegan Fox. And number 23, Elijah Barbie. attention. Get on your feet and make some noise as we introduce the starting five for your Portland Panthers. Starting at guard, a junior, number 3, Evan Ferguson. Starting at point guard, a senior, number 0, Tristan Calvin. Starting at guard, a senior, number 4, Nate Honeycutt. Starting at guard, a senior, wearing number 15, Quentin Totten. And starting deep down in the center, a senior, number 23, Keelan Dalton. The Panthers are led by assistant coaches Thomas Woodward and Alex Meadows. And your head coach, John Ferguson.
There you have it, the starting lineups for both teams. We'll go over it real quick for you again. For Springfield, number 3, Jalen Chapman. Number 4, Marion Level. Number 12, Josh Merritt. Number 14, Keegan Fox. And number 23, Elijah Barbie. For your Panthers, the regular starting lineup of Tristan Calvert, Evan Ferguson, Nate Honeycutt, Quentin Totten, and Keelan Dalton. In the center circle, Dalton will be going up against Barbie. Dalton wins the tip. Panthers win possession, and they'll start out with the first opportunity to break the ice on the scoreboard. They'll be going from left to right, wearing their home whites. Backdoor cut by Dalton, and a layup off a nice set play. That looks familiar. I feel like we just saw that a game ago.
Yeah, we did. We were executed very well. Keelan does a great job of being under control.
Springfield with the basketball already down 2-0. Panthers, as I said, are wearing their home whites, purple trim, purple numbering. Springfield wearing black jerseys, black numbering with gold trim. 3 is missed. As a whistle is blown, and it looks like they're checking on the clock.
They're looking on everything.
So a little talk to the scoreboard table. Clock is not showing on the video board.
That's got to be tough.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
There it goes.
All righty, so we'll start. Panthers take the inbounds. Calvert into the front court, gets it up to Totten. Pop out Honeycutt, down low to Dalton. Turnaround jumper misses. Little hook shot didn't go in for him.
Yeah, Key would hit that 99 out of 100 times.
Merritt over the level. He backs it up, checks with coach. And they're going to restart the play. Merritt's going to start it up over Chapman. Chapman guarded by Totten. Bounce pass to the elbow. Tries to go back door. A little bit too far underneath the basket. Unable to make the shot. Gets the offensive rebound. Ball on the floor. And there's a tie-up. Possession arrow stay with Springfield. Panthers holding a 2-point lead here. Early goings of the first quarter. As Chapman will get set to inbounds in the baseline. Totten trying to interfere with the pass. Have to throw it out on top. Merritt back to Chapman. Goes down the lane. Double pump shot goes in.
2 points for the 3, Jalen Chapman.
Scores tied at 2 with 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. Hall of Fame night here at PHS Arena. Honeycutt pops out, fakes the 3, gets to the elbow, throws it over to Totten quickly to Ferguson. Down baseline. Honeycutt out on top, gives it to Calvert, who catches Dalton flashing in the lane. Dalton will get pushed from behind. Quick passing for the Panthers here in the early going.
Yeah, well, it's like we say, we've got a very athletic team that can do a lot of stuff.
First personal foul on Merritt, first team foul on Springfield, and first game foul of the night. As Dalton takes the inbounds pass, Ferguson swinging over to Honeycutt. Back down low to Dalton, gets fouled on a shot.
You know, the thing about basketball, everybody likes to shoot. Nobody likes to play defense. So when you're moving the ball around and making them go quick, they're doing something they inherently don't like to do. Of course, if you don't play defense for Coach Ferguson, you're not playing.
Dalton to the free throw line, in and out. Dalton gets set for the second one. That one looked good going in. Panthers get the lead back, 3-2. Merritt, point guard for Springfield, throws it over to Chapman. Level gets it, and then it goes into the corner. Baseline no good. Merritt gets it back. Tries to throw it off to the corner, and the three is up. Off the mark. Offensive rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Thrown up ahead. Bad pass. Picked up by Totten. He'll stop at the three. Gives it up to Honeycutt. Honeycutt looked at the three. Decided against it. Give it to Calvert. It pops out. Starts the offense. Backs it up. Calvert going up against Merritt. Gives it up to Totten. Totten takes a screen from Honeycutt, and they'll call that moving screen on number 4, the senior.
If you said it, I believe
it's going to be his first, and the first team foul for Portland.
First team foul on Portland goes to Nate Honeycutt.
I want to know where Nate's go cheese went to. I really like those.
Merritt now being guarded by Ferguson. Goes over to his right, dribble handoff to Chapman. Chapman fakes into the lane, dishes it out. Three is up again. That one's no good. Offensive rebound. Chapman goes back up and gets fouled.
He can jump. He can really jump.
That foul will go against Dalton. His first of the night. Second team foul on the Panthers with 4:43 to go here in the first quarter. Chapman misses the first free throw. Substitution for Springfield as Fox will take a seat. In comes Raw Dunn.
Dunn checking in for the Yellow Jackets.
Free throw is up. The rim's out. So the Panthers keep that 1-point lead. Dribble into the front court. Totten doesn't want to take the long three. Steps a little closer. Does take that three. Doesn't go in. Springfield with the rebound as the Panthers run back for transition defense. Merritt calling the play. Passes it off to Barbie. Back on top to Chapman. And Merritt has the basketball again. Bounce pass to Barbie. Barbie fakes going down the lane, dishes it out to the corner. Into the lane goes Lavelle. Makes the shot. Springfield goes up by 1. Panthers quickly push the pace. Slow it down though there. 4-3 Springfield leads. Totten gets it down low to Dalton. Dalton's double team. Spin moves away from it. Takes a shot and goes in.
I like the way we push it up, though. It's kind of like Joe Burns. You know how they like to get it out of the blocks and just make you run full speed down court. Even if you don't shoot it, then they make you run down full court.
Panthers get the lead back, 5-4. As Level into the lane, gets it swatted away by Calvert.
Whoa.
Oh, and
I
they'll
thought
say
Calvert blocked it.
All right, so
should be Springfield.
Yeah, change of plans. It'll stay with Springfield. Evan Brown makes his first appearance as he'll come in for Quentin Totten. Brown will be guarding Claude Chambers, who came in the game for Springfield. Far corner, baseline. And what will they call? Offensive foul. Wasn't sure which direction they'd go on that baseline collision, and they'll call it against Springfield.
Yeah, it's Honeycutt playing that good garbage basketball that wins you championships.
It's Chapman's first foul. 3 team fouls on Springfield with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Panthers with a 1-point lead. Springfield increases the pressure to the midcourt. Ferguson into the lane, gets fouled on the shot.
I love it. Get them on the foul line, get their fouls up.
And the 65% free throw shooter will go to the line. That's the second foul on Josh Merritt, the point guard for Springfield. Ferguson too hard on the first one.
I wonder if that aggravates his mama. Because she's a basketball person, you know what I'm saying? Like, some moms wouldn't know the difference, but when you're a basketball mom, and that's good. You got to be aggravated about stuff like that. It's learned behaviors. If your parents don't expect anything from you, how are you going to expect anything from them? So.
Discussion among the referees, but we can't hear what's being said, so now they're going over to the scorer's table. They disperse. Ferguson gets the basketball. He'll take a second one. That one goes in. So they didn't ice the shooter on that one. Panthers now with a 2-point lead, 6-4.
I can tell you my son's mom was as aggravated when he missed the free throw as my son's dad was.
Okay, now you're making me get out the tree and draw that up. Make sure I'm getting it right. Patterson cuts to the lane. Merritt takes the return pass and gets the layup. First basket for Merritt ties the score at 6 now with 2:23 to go. Calvert into the lane, left-handed shot, good. Straight downhill for Tristan Calvert, gets the layup. Panthers back up by 2, 8-6.
Great drive by Tristan.
Quickly, Chapman goes baseline, pump fake, goes up. Panthers fell for it.
I'm just glad Keelan didn't pick up a foul there.
Springfield ties it back up again as Ferguson goes into the lane. Back and forth we go. Ferguson makes the layup. Timeout called by Springfield with 1:53 to go in the first. It's Portland 10, Springfield 8.
By the Yellow Jackets. 30-second timeout.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months.
Springfield with the basketball going into the front court. Chapman calling out the offensive set. Gives it up to Demarion Wilson into the game for Coach Griggs. 3-man weave. Shot up on the elbow. Partially blocked by Ferguson, but Springfield gets the ball back. Throws it over to Chambers. Chambers hits the three.
Chambers for three.
11-10, Springfield leads with a minute 19 to go. Ferguson trying to get his own three, but that doesn't go in. A foul from behind after the rebound will go against Mr. Brown.
Foul number 1, Evan Brown. That'll be his first.
First foul on Evan Brown. Chapman stops in the lane, picks up his dribble, tries to find an open man, gets it. Now back in front to Chambers. Barbie with the shot from the free throw line doesn't go in. Panthers with the basketball. Looking to push the pace. Calvert lobs to Dalton, doesn't get the one-handed slam. Ball ends up going out of bounds. They'll go over to Springfield. That was close.
Yeah, this time of game, I got no problem with that kind of stuff. You know, you go hard to the go, you see what happens. It gets the crowd all fired up.
Springfield up by 1 with 45 seconds to go here in the first. Wilson will back it up. Looks like Springfield's wanting to play for the last shot. Panthers are willing to let it happen. Now Ferguson comes up on the ball handler. He almost loses it with the pressure. Chambers, 28 seconds to go. Gives it to Chapman. Chapman guarded by Brown. Chapman seeing if he can get to the lane. Almost stolen away from the blind side by Dalton. 3 goes up for Springfield, and it's good. Demarion Wilson with a 3. It is now a 4-point lead with 35 seconds to go for Springfield. Calvert lobs it over to Honeycutt in the corner. Honeycutt gets out of trouble to Ferguson. Ferguson, a running jumper, doesn't go in, and the rebound goes out of bounds. It'll go to Springfield. No, they'll keep it with Portland. Again, more discussion, so now we're going to Springfield. Ferguson will sit out. Back in comes Totten. 21 seconds remaining in the first. Panthers all of a sudden find themselves down by 4.
We're good. We just need to relax. We're doing the right thing. Keep going to the hole. Try to get them some foul trouble.
Chapman tries to go up against Brown. Loses the basketball right into the hands of Honeycutt. 2 seconds to go. Totten takes one. Doesn't go in. Buzzer sounds at the end of 1. Springfield 14, Portland 10. You're listening to Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Panthers will start on offense here in the second quarter, down by 4. It'll be Evan Brown, Nate Honeycutt, Quentin Totten, Keelan Dalton, and Tristan Calvert. Dalton led all scorers in that first quarter with 5. Springfield was led by Jalen Chapman with 4. Springfield comes out in a 1-3-1 zone defense. Panthers able to pick it up, put the 2 guards out on front. Honeycutt, baseline, throws it back out to Calvert. Calvert fakes the 3 into the lane, and they'll call too many steps.
I don't think so there. Do you? How many steps do you get?
Have to look at the rule book.
I thought you got 2. But they let the little Euro step go. That's 3.
Chapman sidesteps, takes a jumper, no good. Brown chases it down. And they're going to call a foul on Springfield as they got a little rough with Evan.
Evan can take it. Does Evan got a little mustache going on?
I believe that's what it is.
I'm going to have to get on him about that. He'd be looking tough. Tough guy.
7.5 to go here in the first half. Springfield leads by 4. Totten baseline, hands it off to Honeycutt coming down the lane. Nice little floater.
Good ball movement. Good job.
First basket of the night for Nate Honeycutt. Cuts the Springfield lead to 2. Springfield running around. Chapman baseline, gives it up to Chambers. Chambers jumps up for one off the glass, doesn't go in. Calvert throws it up the head to Honeycutt, takes an uncontested 3 off the mark, and Springfield gets it right back. Wasn't quite set on that 3. Chambers. Wilson. Floater in the lane. That one goes in for Wilson. Off the glass. 16-12 now is your score. Springfield leads. Totten. Brown swings it over to Honeycutt for the 3 from the corner. That one doesn't go in.
We need to get back to going to the hole.
As a team, the Panthers shooting 33% from behind the arc on the season. Can't get one to fall tonight. A bump in the lane as Chapman gets fouled. And that'll send him to the free throw line for 2.
That Keelan second.
Foul number 23, Keelan Dalton. That's going to be his second, the first team foul. Jalen Chapman at the line for Springfield.
You are correct. 2 on Mr. Dalton.
Yeah, my thing is we came down, had a fast break on them. We decided to take a quick 3. Nobody's there to make a rebound. And then we came down again and took a 3 again.
As Chapman misses that first free throw, Will Caudle will come in as Dalton will take a seat with his 2 fouls.
This is a scenario we talked about last couple games.
Both free throws miss and a foul against Springfield on the rebound as he went over the back on Honeycutt. Honeycutt had position. That's the first foul on Dunn.
That'll be his second.
Coach Ferguson giving a little instruction to Dalton, trying to explain what's going on. A running jumper for the baseline for Calvert goes in. That is a high degree of difficulty shot.
It is, but Tristan knew our 3s aren't falling. Let's not shoot ourselves out of the game, which that's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Merritt, and that'll be his 3rd as he pushed off against Brown.
And Evan does that to you. He gets under your skin big time. And what you want, he plays such hard defense. He don't back down, and he just really makes the other team mad.
Number 4, Byron Little, checking in for the Yellow Jackets.
So that's the 3rd team foul on Springfield as Merritt will have to take a seat with his 3 fouls. 5.5 to go. Brown into the lane, undercuts a defender and goes up with a left-handed side layup.
Wow.
Ties the game at 16. Barbie wanting the basketball as he's been guarded by Caudle. He wants to test him. He gets it into the lane, but he dishes it off. Chambers with a 3. That one doesn't go in.
It's over his back.
Over the back call against Springfield, against Calvert. 4th team foul now in Springfield. 5:10 to go here in the first half.
That'll be his first and the 4th team foul.
Score tied at 16. Brown to start the offense. Bounce pass to Honeycutt at the elbow. Lobs it back over to Brown here on the near side. Brown picks it up, finds Caudle down low. Caudle turns around to the other side, lays it in with the left hand. What composure by the junior Will Caudle. Gets his first basket of the night and gives the Panthers the lead. 18-16, 4:41 remaining here in the first half as Evan Ferguson goes to the scorers table. Barbie at the elbow. Gives it back to Lavelle. Chapman comes out with the basketball, this time being guarded by Honeycutt. Honeycutt looking for the screen. Honeycutt comes from behind. Barbie tries to take it, and they give it back to Chapman. Chapman throws it over.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Little extracurricular going on underneath the basket as the 2 big men were battling out. But they'll give the advantage to Springfield as Caudle gets that foul.
I thought that was a little ticky-tacky, to be honest with you. You've got to let the big guys battle a little bit with their body. That's part of the game.
Ferguson will come back in for Honeycutt as Springfield inbounds around the horn to the far side as Pentecost into the game for Springfield. Chapman down the lane, takes a shot, no good. Calvert gets it. Dribbles it out, throws it up ahead to Totten. Totten has 1 man to beat, and he does it. Great vision by Tristan Calvert.
Yeah, well, he had to fight out a little traffic there. And then once he did that, he was good to go.
Totten with his first basket of the night. 20-16, Panthers now lead. 3:37 to go here in the first half. Turnover by Springfield. And then Springfield comes back and ties it up, but there's a player on the court. And it looks like Jaden Pentecost for Springfield. As there was a little, and he tried to get up, and he's way too woozy. So the Portland trainer has him sit down. With that, we're going to take a break as we have an injury timeout. You're listening to Panther Basketball on Portland Sports Network.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
3:32 here to go in the second quarter, and they're still tending to Jaden Pentecost as he's still unable to get off the floor. They're asking for help. As he gingerly tries to make his way back to, and I didn't see it, John. I know there was a collision, and I don't know.
It looked like he hit his own guy, but I'm not positive.
And I don't even know, he's limping on the left leg, but it didn't look like a leg injury. It looked like he was
could have multiple
woozy.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Woozy and a leg. A losing.
So he does make it to the bench with the help of a couple of people, and Portland trainer is going to take a look at him. Yeah, I don't think it's leg related. He just got hit pretty hard. Springfield will have the basketball as the possession arrow was pointing towards the Yellow Jackets in that tie-up. As Chambers pops out, gives it over to Wilson. Down low, foul on the shot as Barbie gets manhandled.
Foul number 1, Evan Brown.
Brown had a good idea. He was about to get a charge, but he just didn't commit to getting set.
That's the second foul on Brown. And that'll put Barbie to the free throw line. Now that's 3 team fouls on the Panthers here in this quarter, as Barbie misses the first one. And they're helping Pentecost off the court back into the locker room. Barbie misses both, but an offensive rebound and a putback by Springfield as Wilson gets the basket. Cut that Panther lead to 2, 20-18. Rebounds. Ferguson, far slot area. Cross court to Calvert, takes a couple dribbles towards the baseline, gives it back up to Ferguson. And Ferguson, they'll get the reach-in foul on Springfield. And that one will go against Jalen Chapman. That's his second foul of the night.
That'll be his first.
And that'll put Portland into the bonus.
Evan Ferguson at the line.
Evan Ferguson will have 2. Misses the first. Honeycutt will come in for Brown. So you have Keelan Dalton and Evan Brown both with 2 fouls and both sitting on the bench right now. We're at the under 3-minute mark of the second quarter. An unusual double miss for Evan Ferguson at the free throw line. As the Panthers come away with nothing on that possession, and Springfield pushing it to the other end, finds Wilson down low, but he misses the turnaround layup. Panthers get the rebound.
Cottle did a great job getting in position and getting that thing off the glass.
Ferguson backs it up. Honeycutt gives it to Totten. Totten goes baseline, up for the shot, Offensive foul against Totten. We'll give the basketball to Springfield.
I don't know. Maybe I missed it. It just didn't look like he was set. It looked like Springfield had 3 guys all moving to the go. You got to be set for a charge. I don't think he was set. And he wasn't totally out of control.
First foul on Totten. That's the 4th team foul on Portland. As Fox pops his way to the top of the key, guarded by Calvert. Calvert knocked it out, goes out of bounds. What a crowd here tonight for Hall of Fame night here at Portland High School Gymnasium. We're going to have Danny Thompson with us at halftime, one of the Hall of Fame inductees. As Chapman backs up, dishes it off to the corner, back to Chapman. Chapman gives it to Chambers, front away 3, in and out, tipped over. Calvert gets it, pushes it up to the front court, goes towards the baseline, gets a shot blocked, picked up by Springfield. 1:41 to go. Up ahead is Fox, and he lays one up off the glass. And now it's tied again at 20. Honeycutt, Calvert gives up the 3, gives it back to Ferguson, overthrows Caudle down low. Caudle was open for a second. So now Springfield, for the first time this quarter, will have an opportunity to take the lead. .20 is your score, 1:14 to go here in the first half. Barbie into the lane, jump shot is short, rebound Caudle. And Honeycutt bounced past to Totten, who makes his way to the corner 3 area, throws it back to Honeycutt, lob over to Ferguson. Ferguson takes that 3 off the mark. Springfield with the rebound, under a minute to go, and Springfield already in the front court. Chapman goes in the lane, gets fouled from behind. Ferguson thought he had all ball. And when I say Ferguson, I mean Evan Ferguson and Coach John Ferguson.
Foul called for 3, Evan Ferguson. That'll be his first and the 5th team foul.
Dunn comes back into the game for Springfield. In the bonus situation, so Jalen Chapman will go to the free throw line for 2. And he misses the first.
Luckily, they're horrible at shooting free throws. I've got him officially 0 for 6.
And Chapman able to give Springfield the lead as that ball rolled in. And Lavelle will come in for Chapman, as now Springfield has a 1-point lead at the 47-second mark. Calvert will take his time on this possession. Gets picked up by Chambers. Tries to throw it over to Ferguson, knocked out by Springfield.
He knocked the ball out and the player out. I mean, I guess you could have flipped the coin on which way you were going to call it. I don't know.
Totten with the basketball. Ferguson, Honeycutt, high-low to Caudle. He gets one underneath the basket.
Good ball
gives the Panthers the lead back.
That's his 4th point.
Turnover Springfield as Ferguson tries to chase it down. He doesn't get to it. And it'll go back to Springfield. 6 seconds remaining. Springfield will try to get one off before the buzzer. Who will have momentum going into the locker room?
We would have. We had the ball and just...
Chambers gets the inbounds. Back on the whistle. Taken away by Honeycutt. Throws it up ahead at the buzzer. Didn't have enough time to do anything with it. At the end of the first half, it's Portland 22, Springfield 21. We'll be right back for halftime as this is Portland Panther basketball.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
Halftime, Portland leads Springfield by a score of 22-21. A back and forth game the whole first half as the Portland High School cheerleaders give us a little dance routine. We're joined here at halftime with newly inducted Hall of Fame member Danny Thompson. And Danny, thanks for joining with us tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For the honor. How did you find out? Who gave you the call, and when did you find out about it?
Coach Ferguson called me, actually, which I was a coach when he played here, so I was really excited to hear from him, and I was thankful for the news. And I graduated with Bubba Douglas, who was inducted today too. We played on the same baseball team in '81, so it was a great honor, and I was just excited to get the news.
And I don't want to tell your age, but a lot of kids in the former generation, they know you as a coach.
Yes.
You coached about every sport, it seems like, around, and that's what they know you for. But you're so good at coaching, I guess, because you were such a good athlete. You played all them sports yourself.
Well, we had a lot of good athletes to coach, but we had some good athletes in '81 when we played, and we had some good teams and just good guys to be able to play with and have a little success.
You played both basketball and baseball, so you're one of those two-sport athletes that they always talk about. A 3-year starter. Who was the coach at that time?
Coach Curry was the coach when I was a sophomore in baseball, and then Coach Butler was the coach in junior and senior, and then Coach Butler was the basketball coach as well all 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
I didn't realize that. In basketball, it says you got the Mr. Was that for basketball, the Mr. Hustle Award?
Yes. That was I think in my sophomore year, actually.
That's John's favorite award to give out.
Yep. He would like me.
He wishes there was a stat for most hustles in a game.
I'm with him on that. Yes.
Yeah, I like garbage basketball, the charges and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
That's how you win championships, dude. When you got kids that are unselfish and will stay in the lane and take charges and get loose balls that most people aren't going to get. You know, that's what I call them, my garbage award. That's what Coach Kingston used to call it, I believe.
Absolutely.
Garbage play. And I don't say it in a negative tone. Garbage play is good stuff. That means you're doing a lot of a lot of kids can score, and a lot of kids can rebound if they got some size. But all that little intangible stuff is the stuff that wins you championships. Coach Thompson, I didn't get a chance to watch him play. I didn't live here at the time, but I was told he was that kind of player. And I kind of molded my son kind of after what I heard Coach Thompson played like.
Well, when you're small like me, you can't go inside and shoot very much, so you have to learn how to pass and play defense and get some steals and that type of thing to get in the game.
I like that. 1981 District Tournament Championship team. Who was the big rival in basketball at that time?
Greenbrier.
Really?
We played them actually 4 times that year. They'd have a Christmas tournament at Ball State. And they beat us there, and they beat us at their place. We beat them at home, and then we got them back in the district tournament championship game. Yeah.
Wow. Is there a player you can remember back at that time in basketball that was just an outstanding player that just sticks out in your mind?
In Portland?
No, any team that you played.
We actually played against Johnny Lynn at Beach, who went to Auburn.
Right.
But probably our best shooters was Mike Richardson and Mark McCullough, those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So would you say baseball, which was your favorite, though? Which do you feel like you excelled at the most?
Baseball.
That's kind of what I've heard in my ear for many years now, that you was a baseball guy. 3-year starter, all county, all district, and of course we've always heard about that 1981 team that finished third in the state. What was that like?
It was unbelievable because we were actually picked to win the state by a few people. We lost our first 8 games.
Wow.
And just every kind of
You weren't pitching, was you?
I pitched some of them, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, bad defense behind me. But anyway, we just bad luck. Errors, just anything could happen. And we just kind of got into the groove around tournament time.
Right when it counted.
And we never beat Goodlettsville High School in 3 years that I played, but we never lost to Beach. And in that tournament, Beach put Goodlettsville out. So we advanced to play Beach in the district championship and beat them.
Oh, wow.
We went to York, beat them 12-2, I believe. And then we went to McMinn Central and had a 9-inning extra inning game. We won 1-0. And then we got ahead in the semifinal game against Knoxville Powell. We was up 3-0, and they tied it at 3. We got ahead 4-3, and then they scored 7 runs. We got one more, but we just run out a little steam.
Where was that game played at?
At Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking about that 9-inning game, the one you pitched in, did you get tired at all? I mean, what kept you going?
I didn't throw it hard enough to get too tired. I was off speed and curveball and that type of stuff. But it was just a good game, a good pitching game. Both teams played good defense. When we finally in the 9th inning got a couple guys on, and our catcher, Jack Anderson, hit a bomb. The dude backed up against the fence, reached over, caught it in his glove, and dropped it. So we couldn't advance but one runner in, and then we ended up, the next 2 guys got picked off, stealing 2nd and 3rd. But we come back out, and we got 3 outs.
Wow. And there's got to be a VHS video. Well, did they have VHS back then? I don't know. Got to be something out there.
VHS, I had a hard time just finding pictures from back in 1981 out of the paper.
Really?
Yes. We actually, that was the first district championship in Portland history in 1981, because baseball didn't start up until I think it was 77.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then we finished 3rd in state, and then Phillip's 2002 team finished 3rd in state, which was great. I mean, that was an awesome team right there. They could have beat us. They'd run-ruled us every game.
That team should have won the state.
Should have won the state. We
lost
had
2 close games.
Had a little bad luck in that first one.
Yeah, a lot of bad umping too.
Well,
that just shocks me to hear
And then
that.
the game we got beat by Lexington, we had them.
We did.
And then we just Smitty got tired. Threw a great game.
He did.
And then he got tired, and we brought James in. I think he was still tired from throwing the day before. And the big old fat kid was the guy we needed to get out because their best guy was next, and we walked him. And then Sweet hit it to the wall, cleared the bases, and we lost by 1 run, I think. It was heartbreaking.
That was a great year, a good team to have fun with, because they were good and they took it serious, but they enjoyed each other. It's kind of like we was in 81. We were just good friends. Back in then, you'd have nothing else to do but play ball or work. So we enjoyed playing ball like the 2002 team.
And Coach Barham, he might get all mad at me, but he can get over it because I was there. But Coach Thompson was the reason we got so far, because Coach Barham had some little inkling of who ought to throw and who ought not throw. And Coach Thompson said, I think we'll try this. And it ended up working out for us. But it was Coach Thompson's decision on some of the pitching moves late that made all the difference in the world.
Wow, that's amazing.
I appreciate that. Coach Barham,
he was a good guy, but yes, sir, I wasn't dogging him, but I'm just saying, at least the story I got from my son and stuff was you were the guy. And Coach Barham told me that once, too. He said that going into Macon County, our closer didn't start much all year. And Coach Thompson said, we need to let our closer start that ball game because I think he comes in and closes. He's always got him really good. And you made that decision.
Well,
Coach Barnes says you did.
Yeah, well, we had that was our team. Guys that hadn't done very much when we put them in. They needed them. They did it.
Right.
Well, Danny, your name now is among some of the greatest in Portland High School athletics history. Well deserved. And I appreciate you coming up here and talking about it. And congratulations again for that honor.
Thank you, and I appreciate all the players I got to coach with and all my teammates that I got to play with. Thank y'all for having me on here.
All right, good deal. That's Danny Thompson, newly inducted Hall of Famer for Portland High School athletics. As we get set to start the second half already.
Love you, man.
As there was a foul against Springfield that'll send Keelan Dalton to the free throw line. As Keelan starting here in the second half along with Honeycutt, Totten, Ferguson, and Calvert. Dalton misses the first free throw. Second one rolls in. Portland with a 2-point lead now, 23-21.
It's amazing how quick the interviews go, isn't it? It's just like, it's unbelievable. And you do a great job of doing it too, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Your Portland's Oprah Winfrey.
Lavelle no-look pass down low to Wilson, who makes the layup behind the defense, ties it up at 23. Dalton actually led Portland in that first half in scoring with 6. Excuse me, he had 4, and now he has 6. Missed shot by Portland, Springfield, and they're going to run with it. If they lose possession, get it back. Lavelle gets his way out on front, asks for a screen, decides he doesn't want it. Honeycutt up against Lavelle. 1-4 offense as Fox pops out, takes the pass from Lavelle. They'll swing it back over to Chapman, who takes a 3, rolls out, and picked up by Totten. Tie score. Just start here in the second half. Calvert gets bumped going down the lane, misses the shot. And the rebound to Springfield, and they'll get it up ahead. Tries to lob down there, and I think Barbie thought someone was behind him. He didn't know the pass was going to him. And he'll go out of bounds, so the Panthers get another shot at it.
Calvert, that was a high percentage shot. It just didn't go. But, you know, you got to get a lot of banging going on when you do that. He just barely missed it.
Ferguson in the near wing. Throws it over to Totten, back to Calvert. Calvert no look to Ferguson. 3 from the wing, off the mark. Honeycutt gets the offensive rebound, gives it to Calvert. He takes a short jumper, gets fouled, and makes the basket. As his defender high-fived him as the ball was floating through the net. It'll send Calvert to the free throw line for an and 1. Foul was on Fox. Chambers will come into the game. Lavelle will take a seat. Tristan makes the and 1.
Well, don't ask me about points because I'm discombobulated bad tonight. This Hall of Fame thing's got me all out of whack. But it's been fun. I love it.
That's 7 points on the night for Tristan. Portland up 26-23. Barbie gives it up to Fox. Back over to Chambers. Lobs it out to Totten, who came from nowhere to take it away. Now the Panthers looking to extend this lead. Calvert downhill, in between 2 defenders, gets fouled on the shot.
But he's mad at himself.
He's like a juggernaut when he mad because he missed the shot
after he got that and 1.
After he got tackled.
But he still wants to make it. That's how much he's grown up. He's disappointed that he didn't get it to go.
And he gets that run and start that it doesn't matter where the defenders are. He's going to find it. He's going to step his way around them somehow and get that shot off.
Yeah, he's gotten so strong and so tough-nosed. And the big thing is they get fouls, right?
Right.
Clock stop, they got a foul. It makes a big difference.
Tristan gets 1 of 2 from the line. Jumps it up to a 4-point lead here with 5:12 to go in the third quarter. Merritt in the game for Springfield with his 3 fouls. Corner shot for Springfield. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Dalton. Dalton looked up ahead, wasn't nothing there. He decides to keep it himself, and he gets nudged on that far boundary line.
Now, if that guy would have been reffing when we played Westmoreland, Calvert would have been at the line for 1-and-1.
For what?
When he got knocked out of bounds, or no, they don't do 1-and-1 anymore. My bad, it's 2 shots.
Spin move in the lane by Dalton, but he dishes out to Ferguson, who misses the 3. Ball is tipped out, chased down. Panthers get it. Dalton ends up with it, and they're going to call
I wouldn't have called a
traveling.
walk because he never had possession of the basketball.
Yeah.
It's just either a foul or nothing, but it ain't no walk.
Yeah. Want to give a shout out to Eunice Stagner listening in. Jackie and Eunice getting technologically enhanced.
Shout out to Gandy. She's been ahead of the game.
Bounce pass to the baseline for Springfield. He tries the spin move, but he gets cut off by Dalton. Chambers gives it back to Barbie. Barbie turns around and takes the mid-range, way off the mark. And the Panthers with the 4-point lead. Try to get more, and there goes Calvert. Misses the layup, contested, but the offensive rebound put back off by Dalton. And Springfield, nobody's going to slow it down one way or the other. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Ferguson as Wilson went into the lane and Ferguson got poked in the eye. And he's going to have to come out.
Did he lose a contact or just got hit?
Brown will come in for him. Evan making his first appearance here in the second half. Springfield, baseline out of bounds play. And a timeout is called by Springfield. We'll take a timeout. Panthers up by 4. You're listening to Portland High School basketball. 3 minutes, 52 seconds, 3 minutes, 55 seconds now that they adjusted the clock. Remaining here in the third quarter, Portland has increased their lead to 4, up 27-23. But Springfield has the basketball underneath their own basket. And we'll get set to play. Lobs it out front. Springfield able to keep possession. Barbie goes into the lane, takes a shot up, no good. Rebound Dalton, and he'll hand it off to Calvert. Calvert takes a Dalton screen. Can't get anywhere with it, gives it up to Honeycutt. Dalton will come out to help Honeycutt, but he goes opposite. Baseline now, Brown, sidestep, shot is up, rolls in. Evan Brown with the bucket. 29-23 is your score. Low scoring game tonight, which is strange as fast paced as it is. And whistle on Portland.
I mean,
now to go against Dalton.
For us, the threes aren't falling, which is fine. We don't have to win shooting 3-point shots. I think it's just good defense.
Number 3 foul on Dalton, and he'll stay in the game. Barbie pops out to take the inbounds and drives into the lane, gets around Dalton, gives it up to Chambers, misses the shot. Out of bounds, last touch by Portland. Portland didn't think so. They let it go out of bounds and didn't go after it because they thought Springfield had touched it last.
That's exactly what was on their mind.
So Springfield spending a lot of time here in the offensive zone, but not that time as traveling is called on the Yellow Jackets. They've been consistent since the beginning of the girls' game on those traveling violations.
Yeah, and that one was really bad.
Dalton will sit out with 3. In comes Will Caudill, who had outstanding minutes in the first half for Coach Ferguson.
Yeah, and we said we're going to need him sooner or later because, I mean, we call on Keelan to do a lot of stuff down low, and he's going to get him some fouls sometimes.
Caudill pops out the 3. He thought about it.
Yeah,
he was uncontested and gets it up to Honeycutt. Brown will take the 3 from the corner, though. Caudill with the offensive rebound, doesn't get the putback. Springfield loses the basketball up ahead, can't save it, so they'll go back to Portland. Springfield got a little bit too fast. So Portland with a 6-point lead. 2:36 to go in the third. In a game like this, a 6-point lead seems like a 12-point lead.
Maybe.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. It made sense in my head.
You know.
And then when I said it, I kind of wanted to take it back.
You know I got your back, but they're just – I was trying to register it.
Panthers lose the basketball, but Johnny on the spot, Calvert, able to save the day.
That's got to be a foul.
Goes over to his left, loses it. Springfield picks it up. Lavelle down the lane, partially tipped by Taunton, but it still goes in. And now another turnover by the Panthers.
What were you doing there? I was too busy yelling at the referee.
As they lose the basketball down in the corner.
Tristan got mugged down here. There was just no way that wasn't a foul. And I don't know, did Evan throw that ball?
Dribble handoff, and Chapman wasn't ready for it. Rolls out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Panthers. Panthers up by 4, under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Springfield has 14 fouls.
I know Caudill, they're going to get all mad at me, but I don't care. When he comes out top the key here, he doesn't need to think about putting the ball on the floor. That's not his job. Just catch it, find him an open pass, and give it to somebody.
Bounce pass down low to Honeycutt. Honeycutt gets set for the hook shot, but gets it taken away. Chapman comes the other direction, down the lane, misses the layup. Honeycutt with the rebound, and they'll call the bumping foul on Springfield. It's getting chippy. Not chippy, it's getting rough. How's that? Yeah, and that'll put Honeycutt to the free throw line in the bonus situation.
Shout out to Jennifer Spurgeon. I hope I said that right.
Man.
I'm not good at it. But Jennifer.
That narrows
I
it down.
appreciate you listening.
To all the Jennifers.
Yeah, we want as many Jennifers as we can. She can be the trendsetter, Jennifer.
Honeycutt misses that first free throw.
It's Jennifer Listen night. All Jennifers jump on. Listen.
I tried to get away, and you just dragged me back in, John Thayer.
But back to the Caudill thing. He's going to give us big minutes. We need him inside, close shots. But he's not an outside perimeter dribbler kind of guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
Honeycutt misses both, and right as we said, Caudill gets the offensive rebound, hands it off to Honeycutt, misses 2 point-blank shots at the basket.
But a great rebound by Caudill. Absolutely fantastic.
Springfield knocks it out of bounds. And Caudill's going to take a 3, and he misses it.
That was an odd
whistle, offensive foul on Springfield.
And we need to tee this guy up. He slammed his ball down on the ground too much more.
As Honeycutt held his ground, a little elbow to the chest gets called.
Who did he charge into? I didn't see.
Honeycutt. That's the second.
That's his second charge tonight.
Second on Fox. Inbound, swings around to the top. Brown gets into the lane. Moving screen violation against the Panthers.
Who did he call on?
Calvert. Calling it tight. Well, at times.
At times.
That's the second foul on Tristan.
When they knocked Tristan out of bounds down here, they didn't call it tight.
Yeah. 1:07 to go here in the third quarter. 29-25. It's getting a little sluggish. Chapman.
Hard-fought game. This is good for us.
To the elbow. Merritt lobs it down low to Barbie. Almost goes out of bounds. Throws it out in front.
He's over.
Didn't get there in time as his foot was on the center line. Backcourt violation against Springfield. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and Panthers will have the basketball. Student body section getting revved up here. It's a full crowd tonight for Hall of Fame night.
It normally is. It's kind of cool.
Brown will take the inbounds over to Calvert to the far side, takes a screen from Honeycutt. Honeycutt rolls, it's not there, gives it up to Cottle at the top of the key, over to Brown. Brown reverses to the baseline. Two-handed pass to Totten, out front to Calvert. Calvert sidestep, Euro up and in. Outstanding ball movement by the home team as they push that lead back up to 6, 31-25. 22 seconds remaining.
Oh.
Turnover by Springfield. Ball goes out of bounds as Honeycutt got pummeled, and they're going to call a technical foul on the Panthers.
I think here Coach Ferg just needs to let it go. He's a senior. You know, he plays hard. There's sometimes you just don't need to get on to somebody for something. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, trust what he said. It wasn't enough.
So Merritt will go to the free throw line for the two technicals. Misses the first one.
And I like it. Coach Ferguson's, he's a senior. You need to give him a little rope, you know? If he does it all the time, then that's when you got to step in. But Coach Ferg done a great job right
there. Merritt misses both, but Springfield will keep possession. 17 seconds remaining. Springfield down by 6.
They're 1 for 9 at the free throw line.
Merritt into the backcourt, gets a running start, gets met by Brown, goes over to the left-hand side. Low pass to Chapman, goes in between his legs, out of bounds. So the Panthers will get one more shot before the end of the quarter. And he'll get met at the center line. Calvert goes to his left. Stops short, 4 seconds. Gives it up to Honeycutt. Totten straight away three at the buzzer. Doesn't go in. At the end of 3, Portland 31, Springfield 25. Make sure the children are in bed. Get the popcorn ready. This district battle is going to get hot and heavy in the fourth quarter as you're listening to Panther Basketball.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
Start of the fourth quarter, 31-25, Portland leads. Portland outscored Springfield 9-4 in that third quarter. The starting five for Coach Ferguson in this final 8 minutes will be Tristan Calvert, Keelan Dalton, Quentin Totten, Evan Brown, and Nate Honeycutt. But they'll be on the defensive side of the floor at the beginning of this last quarter. As Springfield, turnover, Brown gets it, other direction, misses the layup, contested. Springfield pushes their way back the other direction. Merritt takes a three, in and out. Offensive rebound, put back is good. Whistle and a foul. And now sends Springfield to the free throw line for an extra one. And that made basket was by Dunn.
Tristan Calvert, that'll be his third and the first team foul.
Dunn makes that one a three-point play for Springfield. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 31-28 Portland. Calvert to Brown at the corner. He goes baseline, no look. Toss off to Honeycutt. Makes the little jumper in the lane. Good answer for the Panthers as they move it back up to 5, 33-28. Look at Evan Brown. on the point guard, Lavelle. He has to back it up. Lavelle goes right, then left, down the lane. Whistle blown, defensive foul. The collision in the paint. Honeycutt doesn't get that call.
Foul on the board, Nate Honeycutt.
That's the third foul on Honeycutt.
Second, team foul.
Lavelle will go to the free throw line for 2. Misses the first one. That's the second team foul on the Panthers here in the opening minute as Ferguson comes in for Totten. Lavelle gets set to go again. That one does go in. It's now 33-29. Down the lane goes Ferguson, makes the layup shot in front of the rim. Tough one. 35-29 now. Ferguson with 5 points on the night. Again, Springfield quickly gets back as Dunn makes the basket, 35-31.
Yeah, we were a little flat there.
Honeycutt gives it to Dalton in the lane, spin move, turnaround, fadeaway jumper, rolls in the bucket. Keelan me softly with his song as Dalton makes the bucket. He has 8 for the night. 37-31. Turnover Springfield, last touch by Lavelle. Dalton with the defensive play. Panthers looking to get their largest lead of the night here on this possession. Up by 6 now with 6:13 to go. And they'll get started with Brown into the front court. Calvert guarded by Lavelle. Goes to his left. Dishes it off to Ferguson. Short porch area. Dalton goes into the lane. Tries for the hook shot but gets bumped. They call the foul on the floor. That'll be the first team foul on Springfield this quarter.
Shout out to Domino's Pizza. They make good pizzas.
Lob into the paint area. Calvert tries to get a little tip shot up. Doesn't go in, so Springfield with the basketball down by 6. Merritt been playing with 3 fouls since the first half. Into the lane goes Chapman. He makes his first bucket in a long time to cut the Portland lead to 4, 37-33.
Nice shot.
Brown takes a screen from Honeycutt, throws it over to Dalton. Back to Calvert. Honeycutt swings it to the near side. Brown trying to get Dalton down low. He gets the entry pass in there, but Dalton has to dish it out to Ferguson. Back to Dalton. Dalton goes up, and it doesn't go in. Dalton powered his way to the basket, gets fouled.
Ferguson did a great job dribbling the baseline, giving him a good shot. Should you get an assist if they make the free throws, I wonder?
Half of one. But he misses the first one. Panthers have been doing a good job here lately of the interior passing.
Yeah, they have. I think it all starts because they're driving downhill. That just sets everything up.
Dalton makes the second one. 9 points on the night for the senior. 5-point lead for Portland. Merritt trying to contend against Brown.
Come on.
Lavelle back to Merritt. Steps back for a 3. Misses it. Brown with the rebound. 3 on 1. Calvert double dribbles. And that was the obvious one.
Yeah, he changed his mind, but his dribble forgot to keep up with it.
Calvert and Dalton discussing the previous play. 38-33, Portland leads. 4:46 to go here in the final quarter. What a battle against this Springfield team. New district foe as they drop down to 3A. Ferguson almost with a steal, but it goes out of bounds. As they dropped into 3A, now will be facing Springfield twice a year, possibly in district tournaments.
Number 15.
Into the game comes Quentin Totten for Evan First. And the last time these two teams met was on December 6, 2022. Portland came out with a 60-52 win thanks to Chase Runyon's 30 points and 6 rebounds. Barbie tries to go high-low, a little bit too hard. Dunn wasn't in position, out of bounds. It'll go to the Panthers. .430 remaining here in the final quarter. Again, a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Honeycutt,
oh Lord,
double team, and they're going to call offensive foul on Nate Honeycutt as Merritt come underneath him when he received the basketball. Coach Ferguson, let me rephrase that, Hall of Fame Coach Ferguson, questioning the call. And that's 4 fouls on Honeycutt. Crowd not happy with that one. As Springfield down by 5 with the basketball. LaVelle now being guarded by Calvert. LaVelle tries to go into the paint. Shot is up, no good. Tipped up in the air, picked up by Brown. Reach in foul. And who will they call it on? I think they'll give that to LaVelle. If it's on Merritt, it's 4. They will give it to Merritt.
Foul on the 12, Josh Merritt. And that'll be his 4th.
That's his 4th foul.
And the 3rd team foul.
Honeycutt will take a seat with his 4 fouls. Now you got 2 big men, John. You got Caudill in with Dalton. Dalton playing the high post area. Caudill's going to go down low.
I like it.
4 minutes remaining.
Evan did a good job of keeping his cool, but battling that ball out.
Almost a turnover. Caudill picks it up, dishes it off to Totten. Back to Brown up top. Totten lobs it over to Calvert from 3 in the corner. Doesn't go in. Huge rebound by Keelan Dalton. And a defensive foul on Springfield.
What's so funny is the crowd stops on a whistle. Everybody just hushes because you don't know for sure what they're going to call. So it's almost like they're anxious to know.
Portland tries that lob into Calvert again. Doesn't go in, but Dalton gets the rebound on one side, puts it back in from the other side. And now the biggest lead of the night for the Panthers at 40-33 with 3.5 to go. Entry pass to Barbie, guarded by Dalton.
Yeah.
Calvert come from behind, tipped it out. Stevie Rawls will come in for Springfield. Lob out on top to Wilson. Wilson quickly goes down the lane, loses the basketball on the floor, picked up by Barbie. He takes a dribble in the lane, takes a left-handed shot, it goes in. 40-35 Portland leads. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Caudill, the top of the key, hands it off to Totten. Totten's uncontested. He takes the 3. He makes the 3. You can't leave him open. 43-35, an 8-point lead.
What's the foul?
Foul on Portland. Will they count the basket? Yes, they will.
He blew the whistle on the floor.
So that's the 3rd foul on Evan Brown. Will put Wilson to the free throw line. Wilson makes it. Full timeout by Springfield. 2:43 to go. Portland up 43-38. We'll be right back for the final minutes of Panther basketball. tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock a.m. Join us, Portland Sports Saturday Off the Rails, hosted by Miguel Amadeus, as we'll have members of the Portland High School cheerleading team on with us. Looking forward to that.
How many are coming?
The door is open. Tristan Calvert, Evan Brown, Will Caudill, Keelan Dalton, and Quentin Totten are in the game for Coach Ferguson in this final 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Panthers with that 5-point lead and possession of the basketball. Calvert on the far slot area. Bounce pass over to Dalton in the short porch. Dalton looking to make the spin move, changes his mind, goes the other direction, misses it, gets his own rebound, and gets fouled on the putback. And that'll send Keelan Dalton to the free throw line. He's just a man among non-men underneath there.
Has Tristan came out tonight? Don't recall. So. I think he's the only one that hasn't sit on the bench.
Dalton misses that first free throw. Want to remind everyone tomorrow also evening, the Gary Force Clash at Greenwood High School. Your Port Panther boys will be playing at 5 o'clock against Barron County High School. Dalton misses both of them. Foul on the rebound, and that'll go against number 11. And in your scorebook, that is Will Caudill.
I don't mind a little physicality. He's got some fouls to give.
Only his second of the night, but that puts Springfield in the bonus situation.
Well, unless something changes, the way they're shooting free throws, it could be a good thing. The only bad thing is no clock runs.
Elijah Barbie set for the free throws as we have another discussion amongst the officials.
So they're playing at Glasgow tomorrow, right?
Greenwood High School in Bowling Green.
Against
Barron County, who is from Glasgow.
Right.
And Springfield will be playing in that tournament also tomorrow, if you want to call it a tournament.
What time's the game?
Springfield plays against Greenwood at 3:30. 5 o'clock p.m. is when Portland is scheduled to play against Barron County. Greenwood, right off the interstate to your right.
Yeah, I got 3 summer players that go to Greenwood.
Barbie misses the first free throw, but he makes the second one. 43-39, Panthers lead with 2:20 to go. Honeycutt back into the game for Coach Ferguson. Gives it to Evan Ferguson down low. Throws it back out to Honeycutt. Totten. Honeycutt again. Picks up his dribble. Looking. Gets it to Calvert in the low block area. Calvert goes into the paint. Gets out of trouble. Ferguson goes baseline. Ferguson takes one from the baseline. Offensive foul will be called. And that'll send Springfield back to the free throw line.
Foul number 3, Evan Ferguson. That'll be his second.
Offensive foul does not give you free throws. So Springfield with the basketball. Down by 4, a minute 47 remaining. Rawls gives it to Wilson. Back to Rawls. Wilson didn't start in tonight's game, but he's got a ton of minutes for Coach Griggs. Leading the team in scoring. And they're going to call double dribble on Wilson. Turnover gives the ball to Portland.
Good call.
Number 4, Byron Level, checking in for Springfield.
He definitely did it.
Level coming in for Rawls for Springfield. Calvert calling the play. He's met by Level at the center stripe. Totten down low to Dalton. Dalton turns baseline, backs his way up, and it rolls in. That was all power. Whistle is blown, and they're going to call a technical foul on the Panthers.
On who?
And that'll send Springfield for the free throw line for 2. 6 points lead for the Panthers, 45-39, a minute and 8 to go. And Demarion Wilson will shoot the free throws. He makes the first one. The fans getting a little rowdy here on the home side. Wilson makes both free throws. So Springfield cuts the lead to 4, the Panther lead to 4, and they have possession of the basketball. This could be a huge moment with only 68 seconds to go in the basketball game. Wilson with 14 points leads all scorers. Dalton has 13 for the Panthers. Level takes the pass in the backcourt, met by Calvert, goes opposite the screen.
He's pushing off.
Tries to make his way into the lane, loses the basketball, picks it up, and tips it up, and it goes in. It is now a 2-point lead for Portland. As Calvert goes into the lane, and they'll blow the whistle before the shot. But in the bonus situation, Tristan will still go to the free throw line.
Foul call number 4, Myron Level. That's going to be his second, 15th foul. Number 0, Tristan
Calvert shooting 65% coming into tonight's game. Misses the first one. We'll remind everyone, Kids Cheer Camp, January 24th at PHS 12-3. Call the Portland High School if you're interested. $50 for each kid, age 4 to 12. $5 off for each additional sibling. They'll perform on the 27th right here at the Portland home game during halftime. Calvert makes the second one. 3-point lead with 46 seconds to go. Calvert with 11 points on the night. Dribble handoff to Wilson. Nobody on him. He takes one from the elbow and misses it. Out of bounds. It'll go to Portland.
We did that on purpose.
Full court pressure now by Springfield. Let's see how the Panthers handle it, and they'll put someone on the ball as Dunn makes his way to the line. Calvert breaks to the corner. It's not there. Ferguson comes up. Honeycutt smartly calls timeout.
He's got to trust his point guard. Just put it in the corner. He'll get it.
And they're going to give the full timeout. Portland with a 3-point lead. It got close quick.
Well, it's going to. It's a quick team. They're not afraid to put the ball up quickly. It's a good game for us. Hopefully we'll hang in there, pull it out. But the referees let it get kind of nutty at times, which if you win it, it's good for you because you'll learn from it. Springfield, like I said coming in, they're going to be quick, period. And they're quick. We're not going to see a lot of teams this quick, so it's going to be good for us. The one thing Springfield doesn't have is a lot of size inside, so that didn't pose a lot of threat, but they can jump out of the gym. Some of them can. So it's a good game for us. We just got to come home and win this thing now.
Other district action, Station Camp is playing at Liberty Creek. I'm sure that's a good battle. White House is at Greenbrier. These two teams in front of us are looking to get atop of the standings as they're trying to go 2-0 in the district.
So I know you've said it already. Who'd Springfield beat?
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier. Okay. I heard you. I remember that.
Portland with the basketball. And they've got everybody in the backcourt here. Dalton goes deep. Ferguson comes up close, gets the inbounds pass, throws it over to Totten. They get to the front court. 32 seconds remaining. Over to Honeycutt. Ball is taken away. Ferguson dives for the steal, but they're going to call him for the foul.
A foul? Sure, they just said it was out of bounds. Don't get teed up. You don't want it right here. Wow, that was horrible, dude.
As officials are discussing it, two players dove for the basketball, and they call Ferguson for the foul.
They were both going for the loose ball.
Amarin Level is at the free throw line waiting for the...
He didn't agree with it. I love it. The other referee said absolutely not. Boo!
And you can hear the crowd with 27.9 seconds remaining. Springfield at the free throw line makes the first one.
That was a bad call. The other referee absolutely didn't see it that way, but he gave in. Unruly fans right beside us.
Both free throws made. A full timeout called by Springfield as they have now made it a 1-point game. Portland's up 46-45. If you happen to be in the Lebanon area tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.,
I won't be, but what's going
you
on?
can go watch the Portland High School wrestling team go up against Wilson Central.
And we'll show up, unlike Hunter's Lane.
So I heard.
I was already set up, ready to go.
You guys were here, Thursday night?
Well, I got stood up twice Thursday because first NFHS stood me up because they were supposed to call me while I was trying to hook the equipment into their stuff. And then after that stand-up, I'm sitting here waiting for wrestling, and they put everything up and leave.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, it was good for me. I got to go to baseball practice. So it all worked out perfect.
Looking for updated scores between our other district opponents. Nothing has been posted.
Yeah, basketball doesn't get any respect. If there was a football game, they'd be on there.
And it could be right. Portland with the basketball. All 5 players are on the end line. And it looks like we're going to have 4 wide receivers on the left, none on the right. Honeycutt, your quarterback, gives it off to Calvert, who comes underneath. Calvert up to Honeycutt. Honeycutt gets fouled. Intentional foul by Springfield to put Nate Honeycutt to the free throw line with 21.5 seconds remaining.
Foul from number 4, Byron Level. That'll be his third. Nate Honeycutt at the line for Portland.
Honeycutt makes the first one. Two-point lead now for Portland. And the senior calmly makes both free throws. How big is that to make it a 3-point game? 20 seconds to go. Springfield in the front court. Timeout called by Coach Griggs.
It's a huge thing because, I talk about legacies being made, free throws and all that. It might not win the game, the game's tied, you hit 2 to win it, but it wins the game, right? You're ahead. You got to keep making your free throws to stay ahead. So it's the same type of legacy. A lot of times you'll talk about kids, well, he had 2, 3 game winner free throws, blah, 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 blah. But the same kid probably had 6, 7, 10, 15 times that he hit free throws down the stretch for his team when they were in front to keep them in front. It's the same important. So those 2 free throws were absolutely critical, period. Because if we'd have missed them, if we'd have missed 1 or 2, it would have been not as good. But doing 2 of them was huge. So Nate did a great job of getting up there and taking care of business. And he's only had, what has he got, 8 points, 10, 11, that's his 12th point. And I've got my scoring is all out of whack. So I always do this on Hall of Fame night. I don't know why. But it was huge. So now we got to play good defense. We don't want to foul him shooting a 3. And just make sure we get the offensive rebound. No putbacks.
Springfield inbounds from the far boundary area into Chambers. 16 seconds. Merritt with the basketball, guarded by Honeycutt. Top free area. Rawls comes around, gets the basketball. 8 seconds to go. Back to Rawls. He's got to take a quick 3. Doesn't go in. Totten with the rebound. 2 seconds, and he gets fouled from behind. And right now they have it listed at 1.9 seconds. And Quentin Totten to the free throw line.
That'll be his 5th. Quentin Totten will be shooting.
Shout out to Coach Brooks He's here tonight for the Hall of Fame introductions, and he's a member of the Hall of Fame, by the way.
All Portland players have stepped back off the free throw line as Totten misses the first. So, not over yet.
No, it's not over. Come on, bend your knees.
1.9 remaining. Panthers up by 3. Totten goes for the free throw. Misses it. Springfield has it. One last chance to tie it at the buzzer. Hits the backboard but doesn't go in. Portland Panthers survive this one. As they had an 8-point lead, they let it get away almost, but they come away with a 3-point victory, 48-45. We'll be right back with final thoughts and final stats. You're listening to Portland Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Portland comes away with a victory, final score 48-45. A great way to end Hall of Fame night as both teams are victorious. And I want to give, before we get started about this game, John, one last shout out as I didn't throw everyone out there. Hall of Fame inductees tonight: John Ferguson, Danny Thompson, Elias Groff, and Kyle Douglas, known by many as Bubba Douglas. So congratulations to all of them, as their name will go up on the wall right outside here at Portland High School Gymnasium and will forever be ingrained in the memories and the legacy of Portland High School
the
sports.
The part that stinks is if you ever look at the deal, which I've shown you a million times because I always point to a certain name, but the P is white, and in some of the areas the names are. And if you're in that area, you can barely see it. So we were real
just
happy
get a
that
marker and go up there.
We were real happy that the person that we know was like under the P, so you could see their name the whole time. That was kind of great. I like that a lot.
It's a great way to end Hall of Fame night as both teams came away victorious. The girls had a big victory in that first game to go 1-1 in the district. Had to have that game to stay on pace and not get too far behind. Boys now up to 2-0 on top of the standings. And again, we don't have an update for the Station Camp Liberty Creek game, as both those teams were 1-0 coming in tonight. So we won't know until probably tomorrow or sometime, and we'll talk about it on the radio show. We'll talk about it on our show tomorrow and see where we
Doesn't
stand
matter
in the
what
standings.
you call it. Just subscribe and like. We don't care how you do it.
Can we just change the name? We want just change it to the Miguel Show. The Miguel Alamanderas Show.
Alamanderas?
Yep. Great game tonight. These guys.
Well, it's your and his show anyway.
We found out this was a test to see where we stood. We got battled. We played hard. It was a very huge physical game. Yeah, they called it tight sometimes, but it seems like at fourth quarter they kind of let it all get away. And they was going, it was hard to tell exactly what it was going. But despite that, it was a very physical basketball game. The boys never backed down, stayed at it, and now we can prove we can win the fast-paced game. We can win the slow-down game. We can play the grimy and gritty grunt game if we have to.
Right. Well, our strength is our speed and our athletes. And if you're going to play anybody ever that's going to have speed and athletes, it's Springfield. It is what it is. So that was a team that you would have to worry about just because they matched up with us on paper. You know what I mean? And they were quick, and it frustrated us a little bit of time, but our quickness frustrated them as well. So it's a good win. Every team's a little bit different built, and in the history of Springfield basketball, if you didn't have guards that were quick, they were going to eat your lunch, period. And we did a good job of withstanding that because, I don't know, I mean, they didn't hit free throws that great. This is unofficial, but I got us 9 for 22, so we didn't either. And 4 for 10 in the fourth quarter, which is absolutely horrible. I hate to be negative on a win, but if you're a good coach, you've got to find things to coach on. But it was a good win for us. I'm proud of the kids. They played hard.
But we were 3 or 4 in the final 45 seconds. So take that.
The person I was the most, I think Nate Honeycutt's free throws were absolutely huge. Tristan was 1 for 2 in the fourth on free throws. But Nate, at that time of the game, it was just teetering on if they were going to get back on it. And he buried both of his. We missed the last 2. We got to fix that. We just absolutely, with the kids we got are athletic, right? If you had a 7-foot big man with his hands were 5 times bigger than his head, maybe he can't make free throws like Shaq. That was his excuse. I didn't get it. I thought big hands, you could palm the ball, you should be able to shoot free throws. But anyway, we don't have that. Everybody on our team ought to be able to shoot free throws. So, and I'm not picking on anybody, but down the stretch, we got to make sure that we hit our free throws because teams are going to put us on the line when we're ahead. And if we don't make them, we're going to lose, period. What I liked about us is I don't know how many three-point shots we took, but it wasn't
very few.
It wasn't a whole lot. We only made 1. It looks like 1 three-point shot. That's the point. Last year in the fourth quarter when the game was close, we would lose. We would shoot ourselves out of ball games because we'd get down by 1 or 2. We'd freak out and think we need to hit threes. We wasn't hitting them, and we would lose. This team is so mature. They go the easiest, not physically easiest, but highest percentage shot is going to the hole, and they do it. All of them will put the ball on the floor and go. Tristan Calvert leads the way. He's really grown up. His physicality is off the charts, and I think everybody just kind of follows. Say, if Tristan's putting himself on the line, going hard, you get hit a lot. you get fouled a lot more times than they call. They're not. There's a lot of football coaches always say hold them every play because they're not going to call it. It's the same thing with fouling the guy going downhill. They're not going to call them all.
And we'll check the stats when they get posted, but most likely Tristan Calvert, 32 minutes played tonight.
I don't remember him coming out at all. And it's hard, period, not to come out, but when you're a point guard that's allowed to go downhill, and that's the one thing hats off to Coach Ferguson, because I know high school-wise, we just didn't do that a whole lot back then. We had the athletes that could do it, but it just wasn't the style that the coach wanted to do. I love Coach Ferguson to the point that he'll play an inside game because that's what he played. He was a big guy, and he'll play that, but he's learned so much about the game of basketball that if you've got the kids that can go downhill. And it creates so much. How many shots have we got tonight where we had somebody going to the bucket and dishing it? Well, a bunch. And I mean, that just tells me how much Coach Ferguson's matured through the years. Not, he was taught one way of playing a game, but coaching, he'll go whatever he's got, he's going to do. And that's really impressive that he lets his kids do it. I was impressed with the technical on Honeycutt. If he said something or not said something, I don't know. But the key is Nate plays really hard, and he gives you a lot of that garbage stuff. He's picking up charges. It ain't easy to – it hurts to get charged. It absolutely is it just hurts. And Nate gives you everything he's got. So if he does say something a little out of whack, just as long as he doesn't make it a habit, you got to let it go. And Coach Ferguson let it go. Right, he trusted him. He knows that he's not going to let it be something that happens every game. And I think that says a lot because when you trust your seniors, they're going to give you even more. Because that senior age, I remember we ain't got to talk about this. The gym's going to be closed. But that's the hardest age to coach is your seniors because they've heard you for 3 years in a row. Blah, 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 blah. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. By the time you're a senior, you're really tired of hearing it. You're thinking, if I ain't figured it out by now, Coach, I'm not going to figure it out. And Coach Ferguson understands that, and he doesn't push. He coaches great, but he doesn't push the button too much. And it's the same thing with your kids when they grow up. They get more mouthy as they get older in life. And there's times as they get older, you kind of not have to – you don't want to push that button quite as hard because they'll turn you off. And Coach Ferg's done a great job of letting his seniors be seniors – but also coach them up, and I'm real impressed with that. You want stats here, and this is extremely unofficial because I'm terrible on Hall of Fame night. I don't know why. But Tristan Calvert I got with 11, Evan Ferguson with 5, Nate Honeycutt with 6, Quentin Totten with 5, Keelan Dalton with his usual 13. Evan Brown came in, played some really good minutes, really frustrated the other team big time with 4. Will Cottle came in and did a really good job, made some really nice plays with 4. And we're going to need him down stretch because there's going to be games that we're just not going to match up well. They're going to have a big man or two, and Will's going to have to get in there and give us some minutes to give Keelan a break. On rebounds, Tristan Calvert 5, Evan Brown 3, Ferguson 1, Nate Honeycutt 5, Quentin Totten 4, Keelan Dalton 8, Will Cottle 4. He limited minutes, 4 rebounds. That's huge. Steals, Brown with 1, Totten with 1, blocks, Calvert and Ferguson with 1, assists, Calvert 1, Brown 3, Honeycutt 4, Totten 2, Cottle 1. 6 total turnovers for the whole game.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, and like I said,
especially the fast pace of the game.
Yeah, because it was going. We said ahead of time, it's going to be fast paced. Springfield, if the only thing they're going to do is run, that's what they're going to do.
So that drops Springfield's district record down to 1-1. Panthers now at 15-4 on the season, 2-0 in the district. Tomorrow evening, heading up to Bowling Green for the Gary Force Classic at Greenwood High School, where they'll take on the Barron County Trojans. Next week, 2 road games, Tuesday at Greenbrier and Friday at Station Camp. We'll be broadcasting those 2 games. Tip-off for the girls' game will be 6 o'clock p.m. For John Thayer, Miguel Amadeus, I'm Kyle